And thanks for the help. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live for yet another day of the World Championships. PCM World Cup 2023 returns, this time with tour. And we were just seeing, or you just saw, I was thanking my fellow castmate this evening, which is Snake. Thank you so much for being here, Snake. Welcome.
Thanks.
And of course, Emea, the 90th successor of Emea, the 89th, as our director, as always. Snake, it's tour final. Are you happy?
Yeah, of course. I think tour is always one of the events you look towards the most because it's always on small details that you can win it or lose it. And we have very, very good players tonight.
All right, and as we speak about players, it is time that we look at them. And they are obviously the eternal silver medalist trying to get his first gold, Leo Falandri, Alder, Shadow, Hulikos, Jakub, and the two-time defending champion, Joe Whiteley, trying to get a third consecutive title in Tour. Who is your favorite, Snake, and what do you think of the composition of this lobby?
Well, it's not the most offensive lobby you'll see. I won't expect long range attack or anything. I think Joe is still the favorite because in Tour, two-time defending champion. But yeah, Leo really wants that gold. So I think this year he might try a bit harder, maybe risk to lose it all to achieve a gold medal.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I had said earlier, pretty much at the beginning of these World Championships, was that people were underestimating Leo and that he could and would likely reach a gold medal this year. While it hasn't happened, this is a great chance for him here for a race that he is very good at. A lobby that, despite obviously having quality, is not the most offensive lobby, as you said. A big surprise for Hulikos being here, a good player, obviously, but well known more for individual time trials and TTTs. And Jakub also a surprise, also a good player, but I don't think anyone would have predicted him to be one of the finalists at first pick. And then there's some good players here as well as Alder and Shadow. So it's an interesting lobby, that's for sure. Do you think that Joe and Leo are in a good position to fight as the top favorites of the group?
I don't expect them to do 1-2 on the final. I think one of them will win, but I think we can see. Actually, I have pretty high hopes for Jakub. I think he can win a medal tonight.
All right, I'm going to predict Joe Whiteley takes a third title, but I don't think it's going to be easy. And believe, although obviously in lobbies and like this and in finals, we never really know because any of the six guys has the skill set and the chance to win gold. I think it's going to be close between him and Leo, but obviously, if not, it can depend a lot of who takes the yellow jersey first and what happens afterwards, and the focus that might exist on the yellow jersey, for example.
I think it's real important to see who takes the yellow jersey early, especially with the last stage.
And speaking of stages, we're going to see them right now. And as we look into our slide with the parkours, I don't know if you've seen them, Snake, but
Yes.
we have two summit finishes. One, a lot of summit finish, but there's that downhill there, and at the top of that climb, there might be someone trying to get the gap to go into the downhill and try and take the stage. And in gap, it's along the downhill, the second stage, I believe, a hill one, the mountain one. What do you think of these parkours?
Well, I played two stages, especially the third one, as it's the same that was in team final in line. I like the hill stage in gap because there's a lot of strategies that can be in place. In Otakam, I don't expect much moves. It probably will be a sprint at the top. but I love the last stage in Africa, but it's very very hard to control with a lot of a flat. So the one that has the yellow jersey before the last stage will have to be very focused.
Uh, how important do you think that energy management will be, not just in the
Mm.
two summit finishes one, because that's obvious, but in the other two that might deceive some untrained eyes thinking, oh, this doesn't require so much energy management, there's no summit finish, but how important specifically in those stages do you think it will be?
Um, in the gap one, well, it's always important, obviously. Maybe even with the hill guy, I don't think it will be that hard for the 82 climber to make it to the top without perfect ball management. But the last one, it will be very important because, as you said, there is a big climb before the downhill finish, and I think someone can go clear there.
All right, and as we speak, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to launch our lobby with stage one, Louvre Autocan. I don't know if pronounced that well, but tonight we fortunately have a specialist in French here, Snake.
Yeah, yeah, you said it well.
All right, thank you. 142.5 kilometers with three major climbs. One is an HC, the other is a first cat, and one intermediate sprint. Who are we looking at here for possible green jersey winner?
Mm,
For the whole tour, I mean, for the tour. Well,
yeah, yeah. Well, there is two intermediate sprints in the gap stage. So and the other sprint intermediates are pretty open for even sprinters or so. Obviously, I think no one will take the 85 sprinter, or I'll be shocked.
never
But
say never. We've seen some interesting
but
choices in these World Championships.
yeah, yeah. But I think it will be for the hill guy. But the 78 could have a shot too. The 78 sprint, if some take him.
What about KOM? Do you think that this can be for the 78? If there's enough long breaks, maybe someone can try with the puncher, or are we looking at this for the
Mm,
82 mountain guy?
mm, uh, I'd say 78 is the clear favorite for KM, but you never know with a long
Gonna depend a
range
lot on the
attack.
race.
Yeah, it's you never know if someone go clear with the 82, will get a lot of points. But on these stages, I don't think it's a very good idea GC wise.
All right, and as we're joined by, like I said, Emir the 90th world champion of road plus track overall snake, world champion of road overall, the biggest of all dogs. We will launch into the stage, and now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the PCM World Cup 2023, presented by Cyanide and Nakon. We are underway for stage one of the tour final solo. Right now, trains are being set, people are preparing. There are yet no attacks, obviously. 2 kilometers already done, and we're looking at rosters.
Yeah, so 78 sprint.
Mm-hmm. No 85 so far, so I believe no one took that
Yeah,
huge
I
risk.
think it will be for 78. But if Ilgai win the gap stage, uh, he can win the green jersey with a few points on intermediate sprints.
All right, and first bump on the road, and let's see, there's already someone attacking. We'll go there soon as we finish seeing the composition of rosters. Trying to identify another
I
78
think
sprinter I
it's
see.
Leo went clear, and Alder is following.
So I see a lot of 78 sprinters, so I don't think anyone risked that hard to bring the 85. Although I've seen it happen with this World Championship, I think it would definitely be a risk that would likely not pay. Holy Coles and Joe Whiteley are already trying to follow Leo and Alder, I think it was.
Yeah, I think everyone except
Um,
Jakub is with 4.
Who's the I'm gonna guess Slovenia is Shadow as it has been most of the World Championship. It is indeed some reason. I guess Pogacar maybe
The white French is Leo, and Olikos is the
red and blue and white
yes.
indeed. Okay, Jakub also during the break, so I believe everyone is represented at the break. At the peloton, we have 13 riders trying to see. It is Jakub that has the extra one. I think everyone else went with four, maybe? Yes,
Yes.
I believe so. And if you are watching us and have chance to interact with our chat, please tell us who are your favorites, who do you think will win, make your predictions, tell hi to your mom, to your friends. We are here. Let us know what you think. It is tour final. As I said, we have Joe, we have Shadow, we have Hulikul, Jakub, Alder, and Leo Falandri. These are the six gladiators that will battle for the gold. Hi, Mom. So, uh, Jakub is still not in the front group, still trying to bridge the gap, 41 seconds.
Yeah.
There's
Jakub is in a bad position right now.
lost a little bit in the middle of nowhere, but I think he's getting closer. 30 seconds only should
Yeah,
be
I think
doable.
he'll end up coming back, but even though he's only three at the front.
All right. We have the roster's composition, and everyone took obviously the 82 mountain, the 78 mountain, the 76 mountain, and the puncher.
Mm-hmm.
Then Leo Falandri, Alder, Shadow, Joe Whiteley, and Jakub took the 80 flat rider. Uh, 78 sprinter for everyone except Jakub, and 82 time trialist only for Jakub and Huli Kools. So Huli Kools doesn't take 80 flat rider, takes the 82 time trialist. Jakub doesn't take the 78 sprinter, takes the 82 time trialist. What do you think of these choices?
Mm, I'm a bit surprised, but maybe he'll try to go for green jersey with a hill guy. So, but I think I'm pretty sure the TT guy has like 83 downhill. So that's the benefit
That's
of
the reasoning.
having him. But
But
yeah, I would have taken the 80 flat.
not taking the 78 sprinter though, uh, that seems really to be the most surprising choice, and Jakub was
Yes.
the only one to do it actually. I know, not sure what his reasoning is. Like you said, probably fight for the
Well,
green jersey with the
when you
puncher,
look
but
at the gap stage, there's no point for the 78 sprinter likely because there's two huge climbs before. But yeah, there are still three intermediate sprints that are pretty easy to get with the 78. So I don't know.
interesting tactical choices. Part of the discipline, obviously, but we always try and uh, think of why they were done. Gonna be interesting to see which one pays off here. Like I said, Huli and Jakub took the 82 time trialist uh, instead of the 80 flat rider for Huli Kools, and instead of the 78 sprinter for Jakub, everyone else has the same rider, which are the 80 flat and the 78 sprinter. Aside those, I already said that everyone took. So very similar rosters, couple of differences only here and there. And I see two guys there. Can you show us Emea who's in A1 and completely lost that as we were analyzing rosters?
Oh,
It
it's
is
Leo.
Leo Falandri at the attack with Thibaut Pinot. Oh, it starts early.
Yeah, maybe he's testing his fellow competitors to see how they respond because you know the stage is pretty short, so maybe the green bar won't have that much of an effect, so he can afford to do moves like that. But it's still
But
well,
do you
you have
think
to
that
see.
do you think that doing it in the flat though for someone with low
Hmm.
flat like the 82 mountain rider is the best choice or maybe a risky one?
It's obviously risky, but well, it all depends on how they respond in the back. Because if they wait too much, Leo could bridge to the break, and there you have a big problem.
And welcome to the chat to Ilya, I don't exactly know how to pronounce your name, so I do apologize if it's not correct. He says, hello, Big Dog and Snake. I would bet on Joe Whiteley because it will be extremely difficult for Joe to play against the French team in the person of the main favorite of Leo and Shadow. I would give the bronze to Alder, but I was driving against Leo, and it was hard to play with him because he was driving very hard, and I think he definitely has a chance for a medal. Well, Ilya, thank you so much for coming, and let's see if
Oh, and Joe is going for the hill guy.
intermediate sprint, and it's Simon Carr, the puncher, that takes it ahead of
Okay,
Echo's
so
puncher and ahead of Leo's puncher.
so that explains the choice of Jakub, because they all went for a green
Indeed.
jersey with the hill guy.
Now, with that out of the way, everyone on the same page about who to fight for the green jersey. Uh,
Oh,
at the
and
end of the day, oh, another attack, Joe.
there's
Is
a whole minute.
wow. And Leo and Joe are already pretty much at the front of the race with their leaders. And no one seems to have
Yeah,
gotten to a concrete understanding yet in the peloton.
this could go very far.
If they can get uh, a very decent gap like this one until the start of the climb, this might be a very interesting move.
And Ulikul's weighted. I think he has 6 in the back, while the other 4 only have 2.
Yeah, and Jakob putting a rider as well, even though he only has 3, but still has one more than everyone else, which are Alder and Shadow. And now Holy Cools is
Mm.
about to close. It's still for the first seconds though, and the climb will start in 700 meters. Not closing it before the climb might mean danger, but the gap is short enough to close it at the start. Let's see if they accelerate into the climb in the peloton.
Yeah, obviously it's Joe and Leo pushing at the front.
And now
Oh,
Leo Falandri.
Leo is going very hard.
5-man train from Leo Falandri going hard as he can, but it's going to be
Yes.
Jakub dropping his helpers in that usual move that we all try and do, perfectly executed to cut that gap, and everyone is back as they were.
Oh, Joe
Joe
is
Whiteley
going.
moving again. Emea, Joe Whiteley moving again. Emea. Is it? It's the 6-man train, ladies and gentlemen, at the World Championship final. Not every day that I could get to say this at a World Championship final. Probably even wasn't, but I think there was a protection there, but we'll take it. And it's Alder now leading the peloton, and Leo
He attacks.
Falandri. Yeah, he's going to attack actually. Yeah, and Leo Falandri with the T there, a bit too distant from his riders, almost letting a unnecessary gap open there. But Holy Ghost seems to be closing for Alder.
Yeah, I think Joe is trying to make some domestic crack for others. Since he was at the front when the climb began.
Wait, who's there from Shadow, Emma? Who's there from Shadow? It's
78.
78 Mountain Rider. Good movement from Shadow.
Yeah, he can compete for KOM.
So, we talked about what could possibly not be an offensive lobby, and we started with 82 Mountain guys attacking all over the place. This might be a very interesting tour after all. In fact, one of the players here, Joe Whiteley, also very known for his defensive playstyle, has in the last couple of years, especially in the last year, I would say, he become far more offensive than he used to be. So he's very good at both sides of the coin, the attacking and the defending. He chose the attack right now. Let's see if it pays off. He already has 49 seconds to a second group where Alder is. So, what do you think would be a good gap for Joe at the top of the mountain of the HC? The Kondobisk.
I don't believe that he can go all the way alone, but I think what he can achieve is pass at the top of the climb with like one more guy than others.
All right,
But
and that is indeed what he's or looks like what he's trying.
yeah, he's trying to save the 76.
Done for Simon Carr, that is the puncher, so I'm going to say 82, 78, and 76 left for him.
Yeah, surely. But yeah, the stage is still pretty short, so you never know. Like,
Alder still has 4.
yeah,
Let's see when he drops that third. That fourth guy could be important for the map
again,
of
you
the
have
stage.
Leo with 4.
34 seconds. Leo's still 4 as well.
Jakub
But
3, All equals 3.
everyone else has 3, so Joe is pushing, now has to push as hard as he can to make sure that everyone loses that extra guy that he already lost. Alder down to 3. Leo seems to be trying to keep that fourth guy
Yeah.
at all costs to then try and use him to close the gap.
And Alder is bridging.
Phil Whiteley is one of the strongest participants in the final for me, says Ilya. Then Leo and the third place Shadow by Shadow and Alder.
Joe is going
Essentially,
for KOM.
it's Garen Thomas takes
But
the
now,
KOM ahead of Jan Polak and Joe is alone. But 78 and 76 from Joe
and
are not
Leo
far.
will pass with 4. It's huge.
This is huge for Leo. That extra guy is what he looks for, and he now has the chance to
And I
pace
don't know
harder than
if
anyone
Joe
else.
will have his helpers, because Alder is 2 at the front, so maybe he'll pace. Yeah.
Let's see. I think Alder would be smart to wait for Joe because he has his man there,
one. Yeah.
and because 2 guys working against the peloton is always better and gives this an extra chance. So let's see. It's Lopez, the 76 mountain rider from Alder, and Joe's 76 is Adam Yates, and then his 78 mountain is also there, which is I have no idea who it is. Maybe Simon Yates? I don't know.
No, it's Tao.
Oh,
Guggenhardt.
yes, Gegenhardt, of course. How could I forget him? 55 seconds. The pace is tremendous here. And Joe waiting for his domestiques. Smart move. Alder, I don't know what Alder is doing here. He should actually wait for Joe. 2 are better relaying than 1. And I'm not sure what we're looking
As
at.
Miko is attacking.
Daniel Miko is at the attack. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a extra participant. It is our external host, Mighty Daniel Miko.
Okay. Only 40 seconds, so the gap will be closed during the next climb, I think. But still, well, with Uli Cool's Shadow, and I think I don't know what's the last one. Maybe Shadow has 4 since he has Polank at the front.
I wish I could know, but we're watching him as man for some reason.
I don't know if in the
Peloton,
there's
MS.
one Slovenian guy there.
It's Shadow 78. Shadow has
only
2
2.
here.
Yeah, no.
Jakub
So everyone
3.
and Ulikos has only 2.
Yep. So Leo Falangri has 3.
That's 4, no?
Trying to. Oh yeah, 4.
Yeah,
because
4.
we got the extra guy.
Mm.
All right. So it's really out to work here. Others with 2 guys. Jakub with 3 maybe can help if he thinks the gap is big, but they are accelerating into the Col de Spandel.
I don't think Leo mind to work for others, looking at the situation.
46 seconds. Leo needs to either bridge or close this gap as fast as he can, though, before he loses that advantage. The extra rider, would you say?
Yeah, well, he won't attack, but I think he'll try to bridge pretty hard.
Daniel Miko is attacking again for some reason. We don't want to know why. As the Col de Spandel continues, it's 1.3 kilometers altitude climb with 10.3 kilometers at 8.3% average. Yes, Nick, sorry.
No, I thought Leo was going.
46 seconds. The gap has been very stable, so can we see the front group to see? It's Alder.
Yeah.
So, if you're Joe Whiteley, just try and take the ride, but it doesn't make it any better for him because his domestique is also losing energy at that frantic pace that Alder is going. So,
yeah, but I think Joe will try to get some more KOM points, so he'll get the free ride and the points. Now he's pacing.
I believe Leo lost one of the guys. Is this correct? He
Well,
did.
if it's still Godon,
Yeah, down to 3 men, but he will lose his third after the others, so still a good position for the French. No, he still has the four,
oh,
actually.
yeah.
Ooh, very good management from Leo. Now he goes. Cordon is done.
And now he will save. I think it's Champoussin, 76. Yeah, I'll save
Yes.
him for the top of the climb. I think.
Very narrow roads right now, but the gap is stable, and
Joe and Alder with 2.
Joe and Alder, I was gonna say, I think they are, at least Joe is dropping, Alder already has. Yep, indeed, 2 guys, and Jakob with the 3 man trying to accelerate into the front group. Gonna take everyone with him. I don't think
Mm,
he cares, he just wants to get there. Lost the extra man. Is this panic from the Polish player?
Yeah, Joe is going for KM with 82.
Joe accelerates with Geraint Thomas and crosses the line in first and third, second, fourth, Shadow, Alder only fourth and fifth.
And Leo with. I don't know if he managed to pass with Champoussin.
Let's see. Even if not, he shouldn't have
Because
probably dropped him
no,
too
he
far.
didn't.
He
But
didn't.
yeah, he's
He has a long downhill to recover him, I
yeah
would say. Probably the guy in E3. Can you see E3 him very quickly?
yeah.
Yeah, Champoussin is there indeed, and he will be back soon. Let's go back to. Oh wait, let's see if Holy Ghouls actually attacks.
Okay.
No. Yes. No. Maybe. Nope. It's now Leo pacing with Champoussin as expected. Polanc got dropping, probably going to wait for his leader, and Champoussin is frantically pacing like a madman, going to catch Polanc. Polanc is back to help his leader.
Yeah, I think the Champoussin will close the gap before the start of the climb, because they won't kill their 78 at the front.
And now, how's it looking for these guys that were in the break for so long and will go into the final climb, possibly with less energy than those here in the peloton?
Well, I don't really know if the climb is that hard to make big gaps, but they surely could lose some precious seconds. But Joe took a lot of KM points, and well, is one of the best KM points taker. So
Uh,
maybe he'll focus on that.
uh,
And
let's see. It is. It wouldn't shock me to see Joe, because one of his usual strategies, he focuses
yeah,
on the secondaries first. They are already guaranteed good points. Welcome
yeah. So
to
they waited.
Piero. Welcome to Piero and Hush to the chat. Alder suicide says Piero. Joe carry hard by Alder. Uh, Bausch Hush says Piero. I have no idea what that means, but hello to you to Piero. Why Shadow leave alone his leader all this time? What was the goal? Or I guess he was trying to play some KOM points for
Oh,
All
and
right.
Shadow is with 3.
Now he does have three, but at some point, I believe not Roglic, Pogacar was
Yeah,
alone in
that's
the.
true. That's true.
I think
Yeah,
he was trying to get that KOM point.
yeah, with Polanc, but since Joe took the points with his
Uh,
82 mountain,
We have an update thanks to Daniel Miko. Gracias. We have Geraint Thomas leading the KOM with 20 points. 15 points in second is Shadow
Leo
with
is
Poland.
attacking.
Attack from Leo Falandri. And let's see
Joe
if
is
the white team
responding.
is going to be able to stay here for long. Otokan has 40 kilometers, 1.5 kilometers, give or take, of altitude at 7.8% average. And we still have 12 to go, so Shadow attacking now.
Oh yeah, so he took 23 points with Polanc, so that's great. I thought the
Oh,
difference
yes.
would be bigger.
Yeah, he's 7 points behind Thomas in the KOM. And Thomas is also leading. No, never mind. Yeah, it's 30-23. There was a second update. And now it's Jakub trying to chase Shadow, Leo trying to chase Jakub, and everyone on Leo's wheel. Shadow down to 2. Seems to not be a bad position for Leo with the extra man. Let's see what he does though. He's going to move. He moves into the attack, and now it's Joe that has to do respond to the French he's going to, and Alter, Hulikos, and Jakub are left behind. Surprising. They quickly managed to reach. I think it was Alder closing, and I'm not sure if Joe's going to try. He's going to try and pursue that gap. I'm not sure, or if he's just positioning. Leo going to accelerate again, trying to spend some of the extra energy. Jakub is going to attack again. Doesn't get a gap yet. Wow, good position for Shadow right now.
Yeah.
Leo is not giving 1 centimeter more than he needs to Jakub, but let's see if the Polish can get a gap. It's going to be hard. Leo is really close to him.
We're into the last 5 kilometers.
5 kilometers to go, 51 seconds for Shadow. Loses the second man, 4.9 to go.
It will be hard to win solo, I think.
It's looking harder now, yeah, because Jakub is coming like a freight train, and only 33 seconds now.
The riders are going through a very
Jakub loses the second, his final helper. Now Leo is the one.
30 seconds.
Leo loses the extra helper. Joe Whiteley still has the helper.
No, yeah. Likos won't pace. Leo is going.
And now Leo is going.
Good
and
move.
let's see if someone can. I don't think anyone can respond. At least in the shock, they have to try and close at their pace. Joe Whiteley trying to survive here, clearly after the F30 spent.
Yeah, but now it's looking good for Shadow.
But Shadow
Only
seems to have it.
1.5k to go.
Jakub is eyeing that second position, accelerating again. But everyone is following him. Not sure where Joe is. I know he's there. But yeah, a lot in the back, trying to survive.
And Shadow will win the stage.
It's gonna be the stage victory for Shadow. Tadej Pogacar will cross the line now. Magnificent attack from Shadow, awarded with the win. Second place is going to be for Hulikos, and Leo only got third.
And Joe won't lose time, I think.
I do not think he loses time. We'll be right back with the differences. Snake, take it. I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, so beautiful attack from Shadow. I didn't expect it to go that far. But yeah, they waited a bit too long behind. But Shadow is in a good position now because he not only has the yellow jersey, but he got a gap of I think 10 seconds with the other 82 mountain. And he's in a great position too for KOM. So yeah, big winner from the stage. And if Joe don't lose time, it's still looking great for him too. So we'll see. Yeah, because Joe is leading KOM and Green Jersey. So maybe he's not looking particularly to only restrain himself for the GC and playing for the secondaries too. And now we wait for the official results. So now the official results. Oh, and Joe takes a gap. Ooh, that's a huge blow for the English player, because now he's last in GC, and yeah, but Shadow gets 12 plus 10, so he gets around 15 seconds on on Ulicals. But yeah, Joe lost big time on this stage, even though he's leading in intermediate sprints and KOM, pretty sure. Yes. Shadow is in a great position right now. I didn't
Alright.
really expect. Joe took a gap. I didn't really expect it. He lost 5 seconds, I'm pretty sure.
Complicated game sometimes, this one, when it comes to gaps. So 5 seconds.
But in the same time, he went too hard for KOM, and that's that was a risky game. It's only 5 seconds, but being last in GC, it's pretty hard to. But we'll see. He's a great player, so maybe he'll surprise us.
Well, it is not. Yeah, thank you, Emma. It is not like the biggest of gaps, but it's already meaningful when we look from Thomas to Pogacar, from Shadow to Bill Whiteley. There's already 27 seconds behind. Alder and Jakub are 22. This includes bonus seconds, of course. Third is Leo. He's 18 seconds down, and the second place is Hooli, 16 seconds down from Shadow. So not meaningful gaps yet, in the sense they're not huge, but they might become meaningful because every second might matter. What do you think of these gaps so far?
Well, I think stage 2 they won't have a gap, but I think it's meaningful in the way they will play, because now they know that Joe has to be on the attack. On
Just a note here. I'm not sure if it was in the last World Championships or in the 2021 ones, the ones with Ivar, that a situation like this happened where Joe, I'm not sure if it was his first or second title, I think it was his first actually, he won a gap in the first stage and ended up being the one that gave him the win. And Emil is reminding us we don't always we don't often see gaps in the final. Probably true, but I think someone will try at least to make them happen. Let's see.
Well,
Question is,
if anything, it's not over. Obviously, there's still 3 big stages and a lot
Yeah.
of
let's see if
kilometers
these
to go.
parcours will favor that search for gaps.
Well, we'll see. The Joe played the first stage Sunday night in team inline, so maybe he can take some advice from what he saw there and
Which
apply
one?
it tonight. The Lizardiden. It's the same
Ah,
stage where
oh, yes, yes, it is.
Gabi
It
Gabi
is, it is.
won
Yes.
and clutched the overall ranking for Village.
Let's see if what he remembers will come back to help him or not.
But now this will be an interesting stage.
Well, a lot of pressure now in the shoulders of Shadow with the yellow jersey. And we know that the dynamics in the game are usually people wait for the leader to be the one working. Other attacking. Four guys for Joe Whiteley as well. Jakub has 3 men at front. Might be the break of the day, let's see. Leo Falandri with 3, Hooli with 4. And Shadow's gonna join, obviously. He doesn't want to be
really a punchy attack.
the one without men at the front. So, no responsibility for him to put any pace in the peloton for now. Well, control, but nothing else.
I don't know if we can look at um, the general classification for the 78, because
Yeah, actually,
Joe and Leo are pretty close, but behind they lost a lot of time. So
Olank, Elder, yeah, lost some time. That's interesting.
yeah,
So Joe and
so
Leo wouldn't mind if this break
yeah, that's the point. Yeah. So
created
right now
an
it's not
alternative.
very dangerous, but well, it happens a lot. A big break, and behind no one wants to work. You go from
Uh,
2 minutes to 5 minutes. We'll see.
we have a virtual classification including the points already done in stage one and the virtual points of KOM and Green.
Mm.
And it says Joe Whiteley leading 70 points, second place for Shadow 55, third place for Alder 25. Um, I'm sorry, we already have a virtual classification including the current GC as well. So let's say it. Shadow leading 205 points, Hulikul second 120, Joe third 100, Leo Falandri fourth 87, Alder fifth 80, and Jakub sixth and in the mud 52 points. As we look, I wonder if Joe was playing it safe in that stage in the form of, okay, if I do this attack and if I get a good position in these jerseys, I can at least guarantee a bronze medal.
Mm, yeah. Uh, I think at this point, it's not over for anyone, so they won't start thinking about bronze medals or anything. But yeah, the more we go on, if there are no gaps, maybe Joe will start thinking about this.
Watch out. A
Welcome to the
teammate is
stream,
slowing down.
Mendez. Thank you so much for coming. And we have a big discussion here. Piero, Mendez, Celia giving their opinions. A lot of things being said. Piero saying to Mendez that they clearly need to take advantage on the Leo Joe rivalry, that it doesn't have to be Shadow controlling the race, having that little gap. Well, I think it's
Oh,
significant
and
if
the
you have.
yellow jersey is going behind, I think.
So let's say one Emir who's going with the yellow
20 seconds
jersey.
gap.
It's
Jakub,
not.
Shadow,
Oh,
and
he's
Leo.
following. He's following
Everyone is
Jakub,
following.
and everyone is following now. And Alder and Joe cannot let that gap open because they only have one helper with their
And
leader.
this time, Leo only
Three
only
men in
sent
the
three
break.
riders
Yeah.
at the front, so maybe he's expecting a bigger gap for the breakaway. So when he go with his 82 mountain guy, he has an helper longer. So we'll see.
But I was going to ask you, is this beneficial for who?
He's
The
going
one
to
that
take
takes
the
the four
limit
men in the
himself.
break, or the one oh and Hulikos is attacking with Guillaume Martin,
Yeah, Joe
followed
is marking Leo.
immediately followed by Shadow. Leo Falandri attacks because in these having to follow these attacks, they might actually lose the benefit, those with three riders, of that extra helper, would you say?
Mm, well, I think the benefit you can have by having more guys at the back is that if there's a huge gap and someone attack with a leader, and you go like Leo tried to bridge on the break, if the others only have one helper and he dies early because of red bar, that can help him. But if the break in the break is worse than the other.
Dangerous play from Jakub here. He yet again needed to take his helpers into the back to bridge the gap, but it
Oh yeah,
ended up
yeah.
that both have been dropped and Uli Cools and Shadow accelerating into the breakaway. Joe Whiteley trying to place his four man there again. Jakub is back though.
And Jakub is with 6.
That was dangerous for him, and now he
Yeah,
doesn't have anyone at the front. Let's see if he's going to attack
because
or not.
Ulikos did a bit of the same move in stage 1 when he dropped everyone. And well, the bad thing about it is now everyone looks at you because you have 6 riders and you have to chase alone.
And it's a good day to be Shadow right now
Yeah.
because Jakub has everyone in the peloton, so he doesn't need to do squat right
And
now.
it has to be noted that Polanc is very well ranked in KUM, so he
Yes,
can take
indeed.
the jersey on this stage, and so far Shadow is playing amazing.
Yeah, Shadow can take advantage because Joe is not there, and the gap is 37 seconds, and there's only 2.3 kilometers until the climb. So it's going to be fought between Hooligles and Shadow. Shadow loses one as well. Both have 3 guys now. We are 1 kilometer away from the
Two
summit of
leaders
the
fall
climb.
behind.
Attack from Juan Sebastian Molano at the back, but it's Hooligles striking here for the KOM. He's going to get the 1, 2, 3. And Leo Falandri, if there were secondary points there, he took them. Which 7th, 8th, and 9th place.
When now Shadow is alone.
Ooh, this is
No, Morich is there. But well, what is Jakub doing?
I'm not sure.
There's no
I'm-
point is pacing. What is Shadow doing?
I
Maybe he
had,
drops someone in the front.
yeah, he did, and he's trying to go.
This is very aggressive.
He has a gun back now, but does Shadow need to be the one doing this because he has the advantage?
It doesn't, but maybe an Alder is.
And there's
He-
cooperation from Alder, but they're already.
And Morich is attacking from the. Ooh. This is very aggressive, but this could work.
This is excessively aggressive. Let's see if it works though, because there's already a gap. 40 seconds, but still.
But I don't know what Jakub is doing.
I don't know why Jakub isn't helping. I don't. Wait, he doesn't
But
have his leader
he
there?
doesn't have his. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, he just needs to pick the wheel and stay where as he is. Yeah, and Leo Falandri and Hooligles attack with their leaders.
Now Joe will have to bridge.
Now, Joe and Jakub need to respond. Joe responding with Thomas
And
Pitcock.
a big gap opened. And now
I
Leo
still
is.
don't know what Jakub is doing with 3 guys. Why isn't he
Jakub is
closing?
in it. And now you see Pitcock seems to doesn't have red bar. So now, yeah, and now. So what happens is that Joe will have to bridge with Thomas alone and abandon Pitcock.
Hoping for
unless-
Joe. I guess Joe is hoping. The hope for him
Yeah.
is that Jakub can close this
Yeah.
with his extra guy.
Because right
Jakub
now Joe can't come back with Pitcock.
But there he is.
drops
Daniel Clay has the potential to close this here
Yeah.
if he forces it. He does.
Yeah,
He
very well
closes,
played.
both of them dropping their other trains to help the movement. Very good players. But Jakub can't fall asleep with Micah there. Micah's again at the back of the peloton. I know it's a good position to save energy, but it's already caught Jakub off guard a couple of times tonight.
Jakub, I don't know. He doesn't seem very in it so far.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be at his best day, but let's see if that improves it. And again, Shadow is going with 4 guys.
Even though Jakub isn't the big favorite for tonight, he's shown to be able to play very well in the past. So
Yep.
he's obviously not at his best right now, but the road is still long, and it's everyone takes to win.
And everyone is back together, at least for now, but I see already Alder and Hoolies at the front trying to get another break going.
Everyone is still with 6 riders too.
Yep.
As Alder is going with 6.
But here in Col d'Isoire, let's see how long that lasts. At 19.5 kilometers, over 2 kilometers of altitude, 5.8% average. And Joe this time is well positioned next to Alder's 6-man train.
I think Joe wants the
Notice
KO
the
points.
positioning of Pogacar, Shadow there, actually at the front. Leo Falandri with Jakub in the back. So Leo is playing it safe in terms of energy. And Jakub goes with 3 guys. Shadow goes with Polank and an extra helper, I think. And Joe Whiteley's going to follow again with 4. This is a good move for Joe if he can get to them and stay there, because he
Hmm?
didn't have any points in his first cat, so he has to defend his KOM jersey. So
Yeah,
he,
now Joe is playing for KOM Jersey. But yeah, as I said, I don't think this stage is the hardest one to manage energy.
indeed,
Um,
indeed. So
so he can afford it.
unless something really bizarre happens, we don't expect to see any new gaps made here. But let's see. No break again. Everyone is back as they were. And Alder is again accelerating, and Shadow as well with Jan Polak. Let's see if Alder keeps going. He does indeed. And Joe's gonna accelerate into him because it's again Bernal, and Geraint Thomas is now going with him. That's 5 men for Alder, 2 only for Joe. What is going on?
Yeah, I think Joe dropped Tao on purpose to create the
No,
gap.
yeah, but
Yeah, it's
why?
weird.
A list of those left
What is
behind
going
will
on?
start
I mean, is
rising.
this for the?
No, I think Joe is waiting for his hill guy, maybe the green jersey. I don't know.
I don't know this.
It's a very weird situation because almost all the 82 mountains are at the front, but in the meantime, the stage favorites, the hill guy, are behind.
I guess they can afford to try this KOM with the 82s because, as we've said before, it's not
Yeah,
really a stage
once
that
you pass
ends
at
on a
the
stop.
top of the Isor, I don't think you can get dropped.
Yeah,
The climbs are too short.
yeah, and I don't think that the helpers will have that big of a difficulty getting back as there is a
Yes.
long downhill. So yeah, I think they're playing this for the leaders to try the KOM, I guess. Alder and Joe, 20 seconds ago. Yes, Mendes, I agree. Mendes saying that having the green and polka dot jersey helps for medals, but is not enough for gold.
Yes. Yes. But
Indeed.
I think Joe wants to guarantee a good place in KOM because as right now Shadow 78 is the biggest threat. Uh, Joe won't be able to chase the 78 with his 82 in every stage
Indeed.
because he'll only suicide, and I don't
So
think Joe will
this
do
is a
that.
one of a kind for an 82 rider to take an HC in the middle of the tour.
Yes.
1.4 kilometers. Geraint Thomas, Egan Bernal, Thibaut Pinot, Tadej
But
Pogacar, everyone and their mom is there.
we'll have to look if everyone managed to pass with the ill guy. That will be interesting.
And acceleration from Bernal,
Pinot,
Pinot,
Thomas,
Thomas. Who's going to be? Who's going to be? It's going to be Bernal,
oof,
Pinot, and Thomas in third.
with a
Not,
short.
not ideal for Joe, for example, but
Mm,
still not a bad defense as well.
I think he still saves his jersey for this stage, but
Not points
not.
for
Mm,
Bernal and
I don't
Pinot.
know if
That's my
Miko
notes.
has
Yeah, I think he
the.
does. So he had before the stage started. Let me see. Actually, Bernal was 9 points down only, so he gained a few. Pogacar was 15 down. So yeah, I think he defends his jersey for now. Stage isn't over yet,
That's half the race done.
and
There should be a lot more movement from now on in.
21 people are left at the front.
Do we have every hill rider?
Trying to find
Well,
out. And
I
if
think
you can see,
so. 76. Yeah, we do.
yeah, I think everyone protecting them as best as they can for the
And
possible stage win.
yeah, Jakub as a rider with Daniel Miko. So I think now the
Extreme
stage will get pretty well, not boring, but an attack
boring.
right now.
Not boring, but yeah, quite a little bit boring. Yeah. Uh, back to
And
the peloton ML, trying to see who has extra men. I see 23. There's six. 3 times 6 is 21.
the only things
Uh,
I could see is someone
guys,
anticipating for the intermediate sprint.
6 times 3, I meant, is 18. So someone has
by Champoussin.
I see Leo here with 3. I see Joe 4. So Joe, one of the ones that has the extra rider.
Leo has 4.
Leo 4 as well. Let's see who has 3. Probably easy.
Shadow has 4.
Jacob has 3. Uli has 4 as well. Oh, and
Yeah,
give us some view, man. Why are we looking? We're trying to see how many.
I think only Jakub has 3.
I think
The
so.
other has 4. Yeah, that's everyone has 4, but Jakub.
And it is indeed correct. 23 is the number. So
And
everyone with 4
Miko
makes
sent
20,
us
and Jacob in 3 makes 23. Yes, Shen?
Miko sent us the
Oh, 1 point.
yes.
The KOM standings. Yes, the
So
provisional standings.
Bernal did a huge move by winning this KOM. Because now it's Geraint Thomas from Joe with 47, Egan Bernal also an 82 mountain from Alder with 46, so only 1 point behind. And then you have Shadow with 44, but with the 78. So he'll have.
In the meantime, we had an attack from Clément Champoussin, Leo Falandri, Joe immediately responding, and now Shadow goes, but with the 82 Mountain Rider. Shadow puts all the meat in the oven right now in this attack. Remember when we were saying, now there's not gonna be many attacks? Well, Shadow saying, you're wrong, guys. Such an aggressive gameplay from Shadow. We're not used to seeing this on someone with the yellow jersey, but I'm quite enjoying the ride so far. So, Snake, I interrupted you. You were saying that Thomas Bernal separated by 1 point, 47 for the
I was saying that since for the first stage in Luzardiden, it will be way easier for Shadow and his 78 to take KO points because 82 won't follow. They won't kill themselves for KO points.
I think you should put that on your screen, Emila, because I don't think people noticed it, but we just had our cyclists passing by 2 yachts on the middle of the road. Lovely. Alright, and as you were saying, I'm going to remind people, because the gap from the 78, and as Snake was saying, that can be interesting for the next stage. I think it's the next one. Polank is only 13 points down on Thomas, and even Shadow's leader is only 17. So
and Shadow is going again with his 82.
Wow,
He's overdoing it now because he's trying to get the intermediate sprint.
Yeah, I think definitely trying to get the intermediate sprint.
Since he only has 3 now, maybe 1 more behind. He has to take his 82 too because, or maybe his 82 is also ranked in the intermediate sprint classification because he won the stage. So maybe he's looking
I'll tell you,
get
actually.
points. Yeah, he's second.
Oh yeah, that's true. So he's gonna try and extend with him. Let's see, and maybe take the lead, extend his point, and we take the lead.
And Joe is launching at the
white leader first to launch. I see Alder on the right side, Jakob on the left side, Simon car accelerating, Jakob takes the lead. Oh, it's gonna be close, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be Jakob for Whiteley and Alder.
And I think Jakub was very well ranked, so he may actually take the lead.
I believe so.
He did second, so it's a tie between Joe and Jakub.
Very close standings right now for these secondaries.
And Pinot attacked?
Attack from Thibaut Pinot. Let's see if someone responds. I mean, Coolies is already on that, but no one else.
Yeah, and now it's Joe that's pacing.
Yeah, Joe and Jakub kind of got caught there with their pants down, I would say.
Yeah, Leo is testing them. And he's going again. Ooh.
He's going again.
Attack by Paré-Pinte.
This is interesting.
Still an unexpected move, but
yeah, because if he's trying to go for, and Joe is with 4, If he's going to go far, he'll have to burn someone. But you can't really burn your L guy because he's contesting for the stage.
And as Leo enters a small patch of downhill, there are still 1.9 kilometers until the next climb, and he has 30 seconds. How good can this move be, or is it bad? What's your thought on this?
Well, it can go far, but he'll have to kill Godon. So he'll have
This climb
to.
features some
It's an
impressive
all-in.
percentages.
Gonna have to risk finishing it with 2 men.
Yes, and yeah,
And acceleration from Alder and I was gonna say Joe Whiteley, but Alder actually is taking the lead and is attacking. He is. Shadow's responding with Pogacar at the front. I think he has protection now. He does. And Joe Whiteley,
Polanc dies early as expected.
Joe Whiteley trying to bridge with
Yeah,
Geraint Thomas and Gegenhardt, the 78 mountain and 82 mountain riders.
Shadow can get caught behind, I think, because he's only 2 and he won't use protection on Pogacar because he wants the stage with I don't know, with the it's Morich, I think. No, Domen Novak. Okay. With the hill guy.
We have direct information from our man in the field, Daniel Miko. The sprint win was for Simon Carr, which means
Oh.
Joe actually is now keeping his leadership and probably extending it. I don't remember how many
Yeah,
points he had, but he extends it.
You never know with PCM who's really in front.
Yeah, but no, the host knows, and Daniel
Yes.
Miko is the host. So
Yeah,
we never. Yeah, we can
the
never know.
high test can be misleading, but yeah, obviously
Yeah.
Nikos knows better.
But Miko is informing us that the sprint was won by Simon Carr, so Joe actually got the intermediate sprint win.
Okay. So Jakub with 3, and I think he's the only one with 3.
Yeah, I was trying to see. Yeah, Joe has Gegenhardt, Sicard, those are behind. I think Jakob is the only one with 3 indeed. So that's
And now the 5k to go to the next intermediate sprint. Let's see
And,
if someone. Yeah. Pogacar. This is
Pogacar
ballsy.
attack with
This
Shadow.
is very ballsy.
Very ballsy, very risky. I was gonna say very early, but I don't see anyone.
But, I mean, he has it, but
No.
yeah, that's a great move. What is doing?
Oh, he doesn't have it.
Oh,
He doesn't have it. Simon Carr is gonna take it with Hulikul in
What?
seconds. Third, he died.
What happened? No, it seemed like he stopped.
I got that impression too. I'm not sure if
And Leo is going. Leo is going. Oh, Leo is going. Getting big gap. Jakub is responding, but a bit late.
Welcome, Groot. Groot put some question marks. Yeah, we have no idea, Broski, as
No.
well.
Maybe
think
he thought.
So he didn't have enough energy and stopped.
No, he obviously had it if he went 85, but
I'm so confused.
I don't know if he misread the line or he failed.
Maybe I'm so confused right now. I mean, I'm trying to guess it as best as I can. I have no idea what happened there.
And Leo starting the mind games with Jakub.
It's 13.7 kilometers to go, 39 seconds. Jakob has the third man, so he needs to start.
But
doing,
it's a big gap. Leo can.
Maybe he pressed the wrong key by accident and went effort cursor. Or if Groot says he started sprinting, then went 59. So maybe that happened.
Yeah, Leo is going.
Thibaut
This
is
can go
going.
very far. He killed Godon. I think Godon is dead.
Is this the moment though? And Quintana now trying to lead.
Well,
but he's.
If they try to make Hill guy pass behind, Leo can have a whole minute at the top of the climb. I think
Leo is in a good position here right now, and it's all they're trying to accelerate into the French. Joe Whiteley loses his puncher, I believe. That was the kiss of death for Simon
Alder
Carr.
is attacking, and Joe lost his Hill guy, as you said.
Ivo Pino takes the KOM.
Someone else got dropped.
Geraint Thomas gets third.
And Jakub.
Ekanman taking second. Yeah, Jakub still with the extra man.
No, Alder too.
Oh, Alder also has.
With the
they
white
have
jersey.
Sure, but that can only work for them to the second place of the stage, which is still some points because the stage is already in Leo Falandri's hands.
Yeah, I think Leo wins
Your
this.
riders are entering the last 5 kilometers of the stage.
Yeah, it's like 4 kilometer. I don't see anyone killing either one. Well, Elder is killing his hell guy, so never mind. Oh, and someone got dropped. Shadow got dropped. Ooh.
Oh, this is wait.
Watch out.
I
I
don't know
think
how.
Shadow had the will of Micah.
Ooh,
I don't know what happened. So Leo wins the stage.
it's gonna be the stage win for Leo Falandri after
Huge attack. Very well played.
deserved win,
The
great attack,
sails
well
are
played,
And
and
set.
now
Shadow will lose time.
it's gonna be Yakub taking the second place and Huli or Joe. Not sure. It's Huli taking third and Joe
I
taking
think
fourth.
Shadow.
We're waiting for
Oof.
the tail enders
Maybe
to
he doesn't.
continue to
I
arrive.
It's a
think,
flat finish
yeah, I think the game might save his
because
ass there, but that was a
yes,
very complicated stage ending for the yellow jersey.
at space for caps.
So Leo
Yes.
Falandri, let's see how
Oh,
much he
that was
got.
actually a very good stage.
That was a very hard fought stage. Leo with the great attack, getting a much
Yes.
deserved win, and Jakob takes second with his puncher.
And now Leo takes the yellow jersey. So we'll
I believe
see.
so. Trying to get waiting because I never know what to expect of the gaps of this game, but I believe he will. And Leo's starting to get in a good position as there is uh, less and less stages to go. We're halfway there. So, if you are not Leo, because I do think you will be the one leading, what do you need to do right now to attack the leader? What's the game plan? Attacking early? What would you do looking at the next stage, for example?
Mm, well, I think you have to be in the break early on, and you have to aim for one of the climb to attack and bridge.
And hope
But
for the best.
yes, but
Oh, no gaps, no gaps.
no.
Oh, this is heartbreaking for Leo.
Oof.
Shadow lives to fight another day.
Well, there was at least 15 to 20 seconds.
Yeah, terrible for Leo. A happy day for Shadow for both
And
reasons. Because he keeps
Jakub
yellow, he doesn't lose time.
takes the green jersey.
I believe so. If we could see the yes,
Yes.
7 points advantage on Car, and Alder now has the KOM. I think. I'm not sure.
Shadow really dodged the bullet there.
Well, yeah, because he would one lose time because Leo had a gap. Two lose more time because he was dropped. But the game
Yes.
counts everyone in the same time. So
I kind of expected Shadow to not get a gap, but Leo, that's
that's why I always like to say let's wait for the official gaps first.
yes.
Okay, updated standings. It is there you go. Jakob leading the green jersey with 49 points, 45 for Joe in second, Huli third 40, Leo Falandri fourth with 35, and in the KOM we have Alder leading 52, Joe second 47, and Shadow with Polank third 34, Leo fourth with Thibaut Pinot 32, and Shadow fifth with Pogacar 30. So third and fifth for
Today is a
Shadow
day
right
for the
now. Joe
climbers.
went from
The team
first in
leaders should
boat
have their
to
work cut
second
out,
in
and
boat,
they're going to
although
have to
still has a
count on the
chance.
support of their
Everything is
teammates.
close for the
It looks
secondaries.
difficult, unless
For
an
some,
ideal
not so close as
opportunity
they would
offers
like in
itself.
the fight for yellow. Would you say that this stage might be the best chance to try and recover gaps for those that need it?
Yes. Yes, I think that it's a stage where the most can happen, but at the same time, in the last stage, I think someone will be able to go free,
Look out! He's breaking
and
away!
I think we could be surprised by the last stage, but obviously with the amount of climbs in this one, this is where if you're confident in your game, you have make things happen.
Well, we have Yakub, Hulikos, and Shadow already sending men into the break. There's 11 of them. There's a 30-second gap, so Joe
Joe is
Whiteley set
going with 4.
present for a man, and Leo Falange gonna send for 2. So, clearly, I can see that guys like Leo and Joe sending for a man, they're definitely getting the possibility of a later attack established right now with 4 men. Those I know very well how they usually work it. Doesn't mean it will happen, but it's definitely they're well prepared. Alder as well with 4. I think everyone went with 4. I'm trying to make sure. No, Jakob as well with 3. And I think he was the only one. Yes, he was.
But now with Leo attack that was, well, he got the stage, but a tad unrewarding. I think he lost a lot of time. Oh, and there's a pause. I think he lost a lot of time with his 78 mountain. So now it's not.
78 Mountain is no longer an option for him, I guess. But I don't think it will
Yeah.
be an option for anyone at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
I don't think so. As long as Jakob is pacing, but it's we'll see.
Despite the unfortunate situation for Leo, he still managed to recover some time. So he's only 8 seconds down from a Shadow. That
Yeah,
means winning
it was
a stage
obviously a good move.
and Shadow not being top 3 could be enough for him to take GC. So let's see.
I think Leo is really looking to hammer it on this stage. He wants the gold, and he knows.
Giving it his all, that's for sure.
Yeah, with Shadow is a good player, but I think Leo knows that he has the capacity to create gaps. So we'll see how he plays this.
It's not looking bad for Leo Falandri right now. And as we were talking earlier, I said this could be his year for gold, and he might prove me right here. Let's see. 2 times defending world champion Joe Whiteley is currently in trouble, I would say, given his 27-second gap Shadow. So if you take the 8 seconds that Leo is behind, he's technically 19 seconds behind Leo, and in theory, these two might end up in a situation where they can create a gap for everyone, depending on how the race goes, of course. So this might still be closer than we think. Again, it will depend on what happens on the race, though.
Yes, but now with the small gaps that happened in the first one, it's not like everyone can win GC with bonus seconds. I think Joe needs to create gaps if he wants to gain
Points
GC
and time.
GC ranks. Yes.
Oh, yeah. And we have the virtual live standings. Shadow is still leading with 185 points. Leo Falandri is now the second place with 145. Hulikos is third, 110. 99 points for Alder in fourth. Jakob is fifth, 92 points. Joe Whiteley currently in the mud with 75 points, goes from third to sixth after losing the leadership of the secondary classifications. Only 5 points on stages, and that was 5 points on stage 2, and is currently dead last on GC. So, not looking good for the 2 times defending world champion. And the stage so far has been smooth. There's 23 riders in the break. The others in the peloton are.
Is it still Jakub that's pacing in the peloton?
I believe it's. Really, that's a good question. If we could see, Emir could be because he has the extra man.
In the main bunch.
It's
Shadow actually. Maybe he just position himself.
Maybe. Yeah, so weird. I think someone was saying, I don't know who, if Piero or Mendes. I need to check back. Where is it? Where is it? Is Chino aware that this is not the last stage? And Mendes says he thinks he's playing with World DB. Well, let's see how it goes for the French.
I'll tell you what, with World DB, Pogacar would be going already.
That's true.
It would be pretty hard for Rafael Baika, I think.
Yep. That would be a completely different race indeed. And Jakub is gapping everyone else there. I don't know if they're
That's a
sleeping
good
or.
move because Jakub is, I think, the least watched player right now.
Yep. And he's going. If we
And
could watch
Leo
behind,
got
Leo
out.
Falandri immediately.
Yeah, Leo is going too.
Yeah, and Joe
Joe,
is going to follow, and everyone else is going to try and follow Joe. Joe marking Leo like a
as
hawk.
expected.
But Joe needs to do much more than just to mark Leo if he wants to have a chance, even at
Yeah,
Emerald.
but I think he is he's closing the first gap, but now he'll look for others to, because Leo will attack. He has his 4 men there. I think he'll attack.
And there we go, Jakub getting his helpers to connect with his leader. So
Yeah, it's a good move, and I think that Shadow is starting to feel the pressure a bit. He seems a bit hectic in the peloton, and he's attacking.
oh,
Shadow attacked. The yellow jersey bridged on Jakub, and 40 seconds.
behind, a little bit behind.
Yes,
See
and
where
now
are we?
there's 40 seconds.
Okay.
Leo will leave the gap.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
this
Joe
could be a good
immediately
move.
following Leo, Holy Coles, and Alder need to catch up quickly.
Yeah, everyone is back, but
It is becoming messy but fun.
oh, and Aldo is caught behind.
Ew, terrible position for the Colombian.
Yeah. KOM leader too.
That's 42 seconds. Alder needs to close that as soon as he can. Joe Whiteley is going to put Pitcock in front. Not sure if Carr was second or not. Then it was, I believe, Alder. Not sure. When does it become worrying for Alder to the point that he has to send men behind to help Bernal? In your opinion?
I don't know, but it's going to be quick because he only has the 78. So there's a flat section, then a small climb towards the sprint, intermediate sprint. But if he's not back, yeah, he'll come back, I think. But if he's not back by the intermediate sprint, he has to wait. I think he dropped someone because he's dropping maybe a 76. It's Hodge. I don't know who Hodge is. Maybe
It's
Cobbler.
that's a good question. I believe Molano's WD Sprintless, so maybe.
Well, I don't expect Hodge to be the. Yeah, it's the Cobbler. So now Alder will try to regain a bit of energy by staying behind. But he has to be.
But he needs to not let the gap open again.
Yes, because this could be.
Simon Carr wins the intermediate sprint. Second was Hooley. Third, Joe as well.
So I
And
think
Jacopo got fourth.
Joe gets the jersey back.
I believe he does.
No, 7 points. No, maybe it's close. Because Golas did fourth, so
Yes.
I think that Joe actually gained 6 points, maybe. I don't know.
I'm not sure, but I'm gonna check the boots to see if we have an update on that. See. No update so far.
Well, I don't know exactly the.
I don't remember either. Emma, can you show us the sprint scoring system, please?
Yes, I think it's 15. No, so it's tie. He won 7 points, so it's a tie.
I don't know what is the
Tie break.
what is the tiebreak for the game. I have no idea.
It could be the first one to
Maybe,
but yeah,
maybe
I think
GC.
it's something like CG or
Maybe GC. Let's see. Wait, I think I'm being
yes.
informed. Should be GC position and
In wait, Car has actually
Car
3
has 3
points.
points lead actually,
I,
and the
I,
goal is
I
Car
thought the
60,
gap was 7, but
Car
apparently not.
60, goal is 57. That's Joe and Jakub,
Yeah,
and
no, Jakub
further
only had
behind, further behind
4
are
points less.
Hooli and Leo, far behind. So this jersey is going to be for one of these guys. It
Yes,
seems.
it will be decided on the last intermediate sprint in the Africa stage.
Oh my God! Say Hooli is doing rat shit, says Piero. Is Hooli doing rat shit in your opinion, Say?
Looks like a few
Hmm?
riders at the back are beginning
I
to
was saying,
stall.
Piero is saying, oh my God, say that Hooli is doing rat shit. Is he, in your opinion?
Well, he can because they won't look
The
at
riders
him.
are going through
So,
a very tough portion with percentages above 10%.
And
oh,
right
and
now,
I think someone is going behind. Is it Shadow again?
no, it's actually Alder placing his 78 mountain and a couple of others.
And
And
Shadow.
Shadow is following because the World PB is in play right now. This is a summit finish stage. He better be sure what he's doing.
I mean,
But if people fall asleep on him, he might get the gap he needs.
yeah, because maybe they'll start to do calculation on if Shadow wins GC, can I still do a great position? But uh, Leo needs GC to win gold. He doesn't.
And I was seeing Joe Whiteley was behind with Leo. Where are they? Show us, Emma.
Yeah, I think Joe is only watching Leo, and he.
I'm not
Yeah,
really sure. Micah goes as well, so Jakub is a man on the run right now.
uh,
So
perfect management by Leo.
Bernal is alone. That's not ideal for Alder at all.
And Joe
Joe
is dropping someone. Well, this
pending
this
8
is
on
good.
FT.
Shadow.
Shadow's gonna go for the KOM. Joe is not gonna be able to get his end on that one, so let's see how this changes the rankings because I believe B78 is there, Polanc is there indeed. And Leo Falandri with Paris Pantre and Campus on there. It's gonna be for one of them to win. 1.5
Mm,
kilometers away from the summit of Port de Bal.
Polanc really needs this.
He does, and let's see if he gets it. 700 meters acceleration from Jan Polanc.
Yeah, Leo will leave him to him.
And Leo is actually giving him the
Yeah,
1-2 here.
Leo is aiming for the gaps.
They're heading
He
downhill.
wants to
Indeed,
save
Has to
as
make
much
sure to keep
energy
warm
as he
and make
can,
no mistakes on their
indeed he
trajectory.
is.
as you
And
could expect from Leo.
trying to see, show us the 7-man group front. Trying to see who's where. I see 3 guys here. Joe's trying to recover the 4th guy there in the back. I think it's the puncher.
Yeah, I think Joe only has 3.
Yeah, he was trying to recover the 4th. I'm trying to see who is
Yeah,
ahead in the yellow jersey group.
Leo has 4, that's for sure. Jakob
Jakub
has
has
Watch
3
out,
3,
there.
a team
Holy
leader is falling
2, and
behind.
Shadow 2, so okay.
And Shadow has 2 in the front too. So
Yeah,
Joe
as well.
actually is in a bad position. He'll
And
recover. Yeah,
the
Jakob is
break
on 3.
of the leaders is over. Not a bad time to be Leo and Shadow, though, because they have man at the front, and Alder goes with his
Sergio Hita.
4-man team attack from Alder. Let's see if Joe Whiteley responds.
Yeah,
He does, actually.
yeah, because now Leo is behind, so he can pressure Joe to pace, which Joe wasn't doing. And since Shadow is also in front, uh, well, maybe it's Joe that will have to pace. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Yeah, Joe is pacing. Joe has to attack because he.
He keeps pacing. He's just gonna carry everyone with him, and
Yeah, and we saw that he doesn't have the best domestics.
Col du Père Sud is underway. 1.5 kilometers plus of altitude, 10.8 kilometers at 7% average.
Did
And Shadow
Alder
already
turn this? Because it's looking great, yes, 4.
not looking bad at all. I don't know Bernal's gap, but it's
Yeah,
less
because.
than 27
Yeah,
seconds, so
yeah,
he's on a good
he's
position.
with everyone. And. This is interesting.
Shadow at the front. Is he
We're
going to
already in the
go?
halfway stage.
Because I think Shadow.
He's he's
I
not
think
eating fish
yeah,
or meat at this point. He's not attacking, and he's not saving energy with his leader in a better position. So
he's not going very hard. I think Shadow is thinking that if I let Alder win GC, can I still win gold? And with his stages placements and
yeah,
the KOM
attacks,
jersey,
attacks. Although already down to 3 men.
still have 100 kilometers to go, so still a very long stage.
Is becoming a very complicated race for those involved. Many scenarios still in the open. There's still almost 100 kilometers to go, and Shadow not only gets to Jakub. I thought he was going to accelerate, but he does not. He just gets there. And all they're accelerating with Egan Bernal, Nairo Quintana, and don't remember who was the other one. But it is a 76 rider, and now Leo Falandri takes the front of the group. Joe Whiteley glued to him, but a gap is gonna open. Is it?
And Leo is going. He has 2 in the front,
But
and I think
Joe
Car will
Whiteley,
dead. Yes,
yeah,
Car is dead.
immediate response from Shadow 2, joining Joe Whiteley in
And
gap.
Leo is waiting. Leo is waiting with his hill guy, I think. No,
In
76.
such percentages that the strongest
Yeah,
can
Keeping
create some
Parapet
gaps.
in the
The
front.
pace seems
not a
much too
bad
high
move
for
from
many
Leo,
riders.
and he
No,
goes.
Leo is playing very well.
He goes, and he's getting that gap. This can be the gold medal for Leo Falandri.
Oh,
If
this could be a huge gaps. Shadow is alone,
Shadow is
and all
alone.
equals is a bit of a.
I think the KOM was won by
He's trying to get his
Shadow.
pals to slip.
You know,
Yeah.
So
that's
he
Ooh,
slows his sail
Shadow needs to
too, which will
wait.
allow the riders
Ooh,
to
oh
use their
this
brakes.
Shadow,
is
Shadow.
hurting my eyes.
Yep, even
Okay.
mine, and I'm not even that good at this game to start with.
Yeah. You see a 82 mountain guy without red bar. It's a bit of a heartbreak.
Yes, it is. It is. It is. And 19 seconds on the yellow.
It will come back, but it will be interesting to see who's pacing behind. I'd expect Holy
Show us
Cross maybe.
K1.
Yeah,
It is Hoolies. Hey, Hoolies is in this final. Welcome,
he,
Hoolies. I haven't seen you this far.
he even took the TT guy to in case a switch of parkour.
And Hoolies is actually attacking into
Oh,
the
this is
or
not
19. I know
virtual. Yeah.
it's
Oh, he dropped them, but
yeah, Joe's got a gap there, but it's not gonna last for long as everyone is back together.
yeah. Uli will be competing tomorrow night for
Uh
gold in TTs.
oh God, yeah, don't remind me of that, please, because I'm gonna be in the TTT final and I'm gonna get like
TT2.
hammered by everyone.
Weren't you
I,
in the round one group where everyone qualified?
where?
I saw a first round group where every player
Yes,
qualified.
yes, that was my group indeed. But then came the harder round and the semifinal where
Oh,
I actually was against Hush and not
yeah,
sure
that's
who
actually
got
a great performance.
yeah, that was a surprising one, but I expect to be last tomorrow, and Huli will be one of those destroying me. Meanwhile, we have an update on the KOM classification. Jan Polank, 54 points. Egan Bernal, second, 52. Geraint Thomas, third, 47. And then Pogacar, fourth with 33, and Thibaut Pinot, fifth with 32. And Joe Whiteley attacking with Gegenhardt, Thomas, and I think it's Pitcock. Let's see who responds. Woolies is going to close for everyone again. Don't know what Woolies is doing at this point. Why doesn't he just take his time and respond with an attack? It's not a good moment to be Leo or Joe and try to get a gap right now.
He seems a bit offbeat with his move.
And now it's Yakov, I believe. He's going to at least take the front of the group.
It's a very, very hard stage. There hasn't been any moments to recover bars. So one thing that can be a bit interesting is that the Tourmalet downhill is you don't recover bars easily. So if there are only 82 mountain guy at the top of the Tourmalet, it will be very interesting to see if someone can get a gap and all recover.
There was it Leo's guy that's dropping back to help? It is. Parapant is dropping back. So
It's
Pinot
an
is
attack.
alone,
Drop.
and he's going to attack now into his domestique.
Oof.
Not
Okay, so what Leo is trying to do is to benefit from the
Leo.
no.
Say thanks at least to Hooli, says Piero. Can't agree there. That was
Okay,
very
Shadow
weird
is
from
to get-
Hulikul. And Hulikul's is down to one domestique only. And Leo is
almost forgot that Alder was in the front, but it's looking good for him.
looking very good for Alder. There's still 2 big climbs to go, but it's not looking bad for the Colombian. Leo Falandri is now responding. Has 15 seconds on everyone.
Shadow is alone.
Surprisingly, I'm so shocked. Alone.
Shadow shouldn't bridge there. Someone will do it for him. He's dropping Polank.
Piero earlier saying that this doesn't even look or feel like a final one of those, he said. I'm starting to agree, there's so much weird gameplay going on here. Everyone is back together except for Alder. Alder now has 2 men.
Now
and,
it's
1 minute.
yeah, it's looking very, very good for Alder, even though he's likely to have less green bar.
He's going to, yeah, I was going to say, he's going to lose his final domestic first than everyone else, but can this gap
The
be
thing is,
enough?
right now, we'll pace. I mean, Shadow is pacing, but with all the... I mean, I don't see... Oh, Shadow wins this. With all he's doing.
I think Shadow will be last in the final climb unless something goes wrong.
Shadow is thinking, I have to protect this jersey, you know, but it's old school.
He hasn't done the stage in the best for his bars, so I think he might come and pay for that later.
Because it's not like everyone agrees with Alder winning the stage. There are other people that will pace for him. Yeah,
2
Joe
minutes.
is 3.
2 minutes, and if they don't start cooperating here, they're just gonna give the world title to Aller. Joe is going to attack because he just got the 3rd man as well. He attacks Yates, Gegenhardt, and Thomas, and the race is going to explode again. Let's see, Shadow is going to respond. So that's not a shock. Joe going like no tomorrow, but Shadow says denied, and it's just a very weird situation right now. Wait, where's Leo's? Ah, there he is. There's Albert. And Leo's gonna go. Nope. Not yet. But Shadow might. Wouldn't surprise me.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
It all depends on if because
Shadow attacks. Show us the group behind to see who responds.
Yeah, cool. Because I think that Alder will be alone at the top of the Tourmalet, obviously. So we'll have to see if in the main bunch they pass with 2 or alone.
Down
Because
to 2 for Joe, down to 2 for Hoolies, Shadow as well.
Because if everyone is alone, I think Alder needs
This
at
climb is
least
feared by many
1
riders.
minute
The percentages are very high.
to be able to win this, because he'll have
Piero
less
says,
will.
I was going to talk about it. Piero saying Alder has this stage and gold. It is not looking bad for the Colombian, but let's see how the Tumale will end first. Looking good for Alder, though.
Is he losing Quintana right now?
Yes.
No. Yes, he's. So Alder is alone.
Yep. He's losing Quintana as we speak. Alder is alone. Jakob with 3, Shadow with 2, Leo and Joe and Huli's with 2 as well.
Could this be a Jakub masterclass?
He has the extra guy. Let's see if he uses it well.
Because if they look to, he's attacking.
I mean, Piero, I've seen weirder things happen. Weirder things happen in this game. I never give anything for granted in this game, and it's already down to 2.5 minutes as we speak.
Yes. They need to. They can't think about passing with their helpers because Alder will win. They need to.
Jakob is accelerating again, full force.
2 minutes 40.
Gap is stable.
Jakub is
A
going again.
little around 3 minutes, give or take, still, and Leo following Jakob, Huli following Leo, Shadow trying to follow Huli, and your white Leo's a little bit in behind him, last position of the train.
If Leo don't want to be with his helper at the top, I think we could have gap. We could have gaps at the
Leo
top of the
Landry
Tumale.
increases his pace, and he's gonna get the gap. Is he? Nope.
He will. He will.
Oh, and Shadow is alone. I'm shocked. I'm appalled. I'm so surprised.
Quintana team play for the gap. No. Ulikus is and Leo is alone. Yeah, so it's I think oof. Yeah, I think Alder has it.
Leo is alone. Alder has 3 minutes. It's looking mighty well for the Colombian.
Oof, Maika with helper still.
He might be about to become champion of the world because this might be the decisive stage of the race.
Oh, Joe with his helper too. Very long. It feels a bit unrewarding for Leo Falandri with how he's been racing so far.
Might be very anticlimactic for Leo at this point. But let's see.
Because I don't think
This in perspective, a quick look, we could have, I'm not sure if Benyon is still doing it. I know he placed it somewhere here. Alder was 4th in GC.
This climb features
So
some dreadful
this
percentages.
might indeed propel him to the gold medal.
Yeah, but
It's going to depend on
you,
the secondaries.
we have to keep in mind that the last stage is very hard to control.
Indeed.
So I wouldn't be shocked if even Leo thought of this. But there's a difference between
You
controlling
said
the 10
2.5 minutes that he.
No,
said
I think he needed 1 minute and a half.
then he's fine.
1:30.
2:50. And Garen Thomas accelerates. He's going to
And
take
he will
the
win points.
second place in the KOM and the Leo turns.
They aren't dead at all, but it's very hard to recover bars. But yeah, Leo said if they all relay with each other, they will be full, and Alder will either lose a lot of time or won't be full.
Leo passes. Joe passes. Let's see if the others pass as
The-
well.
It's it doesn't happen very often that everyone is relaying, but it seems to be the
Shadow
case.
passes. It seems that everyone is taking their turns, and now it's going to be Holy Cools. Or could be Holy Cools. Shadow taking a slightly longer turn than the others. And Holy Cools and Jakob still have to take theirs. Okay, Holy takes his. Gap is stable though.
Yes, but I think that looking at their bars, they know that if they are on full, Alder sure isn't. So if
The
they
finish line is getting close. The riders
everyone
are
is
past the
looking to
15
be full
kilometers
at the
road
bottom
sign.
of the climb, and if the gap is stabilized, I think Alder isn't full at the front. But
Peak
we'll
of
see.
20 viewers. Well, at least that I saw, because there was a lot of activity.
Two
But we are
minutes.
speaking
He'll
at
saw the climb
viewers.
with 2 minutes.
Thank you to everyone, and it's 2 minutes as he starts Duzardida.
It's looking good, but it's not over.
It's 13 kilometers, 13.3, 1.7 kilometers of altitude at 7.5 average, and the gap is slightly increasing again.
Yeah, but it's
Now it's Joe and Leo at the front of the group.
it's
See what happens here.
it doesn't really matter if the gap is increasing since they
Yep. And it's looking good for the Colombian.
but
Let's see if Joe Whiteley attacks or is accelerating. Let's see. No, no one seems to want to attack.
it's almost as there isn't anyone in the front, and Leo is going.
Yeah, Leo
Oh, Leo
is
is
now.
going.
Leo is
No one.
going and he gets the gap. No one responds. No one's closing. This is good for the French. This is good for Leo.
This could be the decisive moment.
And Holypool's responding to the French. The other French responding, and Joe Whiteley is on his tail. Guillaume Martin reaches Thibaut Pinot. Geraint Thomas reaches both. 46 seconds gap to everyone else, and Jakob has to do something because Shadow is not responding.
I'm surprised, but Jakub, but Shadow is well. I think he has the less bars from anyone.
Yeah, I think he's looking at the bars and saying, "Oh, I can't go at this pace."
Yeah, Jakub was with Alpers the longest, besides Joe 78. So I'd expect a bit more, but you never know.
Thibaut Pinot continues his acceleration. Guillaume Martin is still on his wheel, so is Geraint Thomas.
It's a very
And
steady climb. So
46 seconds, 7.3 kilometers. It's
no.
not a done deal, Piero. It's not a done deal, my friend.
Going again.
But the gap is going
Strength
to
8.
increase again. And Leo Falandri again with the acceleration. There's a gap. There's a gap there. There's a gap
Leo
there.
Falandri has been the most aggressive rider.
Leo Falandri is working so much for this goal. He is deserving it. Let's see if he can get it or not. 27 seconds, 5.6 kilometers to go.
Thomas? No, okay. 5 kilometers to go. I don't think I'll dare win this.
Martin, Pinot, Thomas, and now 18
What?
seconds.
Oh,
Leo Falandri. Leo Falandri attacks. Leo Falandri gets the gap. Leo Falandri is going.
Joe is looking for help, but Uli has been closing the gap for him since the start of the climb. It's time for Joe to
Has
to
desperately accelerate to catch up to the French, but as we speak, Thibaut Pinot is about to close the gap on Egan Bernal. Gap closed. Joe Whiteley is there. Guillaume
Jakub
Martin is going to be there too.
Jakub could come back. And Leo is going
Never
again. What a
say
ride.
never.
Yeah,
Never say
Shadow
never.
is there.
Everyone is here. Almost.
Shadow is
Never say
dropped.
never.
Shadow is dropped. Okay.
Can Leo Falandri be going into the gold?
Will this be a sprint? I don't see it. I think someone will go.
Goes Leo Falandri as we speak is E. He's in the front. He's in a good position. He's going to accelerate. He's going to get the gap.
Oh.
And if he gets it, he wins it.
Alder shouldn't be the one pacing.
25 seconds for Leo Falandri. 1.8 kilometers is the winning
GG.
move. It's looking like a
Alder is gonna. Oof.
Alder responding.
I mean, I trust Leo Falandri to have timed it well, but you never know.
I think he has a stage. Let's just see if he has how big of a gap he gets.
I don't see why Alder. Well, this is surprising. Fully close.
Chasing like a madman,
Leo
but Leo
Falandri takes the stage.
congratulations. You
The
are the
second
new
one.
yellow jersey. Stage win for Leo Falandri. Second place is Yuli Close. Third place is Egan Bernal. And
Oof.
death
Ooh, this
and
is-
misery behind the first three.
Yes.
Death and misery. Death and misery. We're waiting for Geraint Thomas, Rafał Majka, and Tadej Pogacar.
This was a masterclass by Leo Falandri. He played it very well, and it's we want to say it's deserved with the time gaps from the last stage.
Jakub plus Shadow. Oh, well, wait, this is not the game chat, so I'm not going to read this. Never mind.
Time is feared by many riders. The
Provisional
percentages are
standings on
very
points
high.
is Simon Carr 3 points ahead of Jakob's rider, already said, and in the KOM, 2 points lead for Shadow to Alder, and 7 points to the third place Joe Whiteley, so 54, 52, 47. In points it is 60, 57 Joe Jakub. Third is Ulis with 40. 21 viewers, new peak. Leo taking candies from child, says Piero Chaka. Leo, great ride in this final, says Ilya. Mendes says XD. And this is, or might be, because it's not decided, still one more stage, but this might be finally the moment for Leo Falandri. So much that he's worked for it, and tonight I will be the first to say he would be a deserved winner. He's been desperately looking for it at all costs. Provisional standings. No, these are old, so we're waiting for the new ones. Well, will Wisniewski make it in the time limit? Yes, he will. Of course he will. Why do you ask? Yeah, of course he will. Take his control.
15 seconds. Oof.
Oh. Well, I believe it's pretty much over for the fourth, fifth, and sixth. So Joe, Jakob, and Shadow.
Well, but I think that Alder could secure a great medal with his move because he secured
Can
the KO
we
jersey.
Can we see the
So-
GC?
No, this is okay.
All right, 21 to Foolies. 40. Shadow's still third.
Shadow
So.
is still third, yeah.
Alder is only 4 seconds behind Shadow. Jakob and Joe Whiteley are on another planet right now.
Joe Whiteley being last in GC is quite surprising.
Joe Whiteley is definitely in the mud right now. It's not going to be gold for him unless something bizarre happens, but we still have this stage, and this stage looks harder than it is, so let's see.
Yeah. Leo has a lot of points from stages.
It's all starting to smell the Leo Falandri win. Can he make
if he doesn't win gold, it's
his best chance?
Yes, but yeah, we'll see. But if anyone can manage it, I think he's very well.
And let's keep in mind that if that happens, we'll finally have an interview with Leo. Hasn't been like 2 years since we heard him speak in the World Championship channel, I think. Alright, I'm gonna ask you, Snake, to take over for a bit because I need to take care of my small dog that is actually a real dog. I'll be right back.
Okay. So this is the last stage. Leo is in a almost perfect position to win gold. I mean, he shouldn't fuck it up, but I mean, I'm looking at Alder, who has the KM locked, and is only fourth in GC. So if he managed to gain some time, I think Leo will win the GC. He can't lose that many time on Uli calls, and behind it's 40 seconds. I mean, Leo won't lose 40 seconds. But if Alder managed to gain time on Uli calls or Shadow, I mean, it's a free medal for him. But now we'll see with what Joe Whiteley will do. I mean, it's been pretty disappointing from the British so far. Even though he did great great results on KOM and he's got the green jersey. He shouldn't be 6 in GC, but we'll see. Still one stage to go. I'm pretty sure it's the Mortirolo, the second climb, with a lot of points. And Joe is going for the intermediate sprint. If he wins this, he wins the green jersey.
I don't know if you mentioned, but Virtual GC already has Leo Falandri leading 220 points. Second is Holy Ghouls 150, third Shadow 112, fourth Alder 107, fifth Joe Whiteley 95, and sixth and in the Modiaku with 79.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it will take a lot of things for Leo to lose this.
Yep, looking good for Leo Falandri.
But yeah, with the KOM points from Bernal, Alder is very much in it for a medal. We'll see what he does on this stage. But the thing is, Joe, in the provisional ranking, only already has the KOM and intermediate sprint points, so he needs to perform on this stage because he won't gain points with those rankings. He needs to win the stage if he wants the medal, and I don't think it will be enough.
All right, and as we wait for the intermediate sprint, 70 points gap for Leo Falandri over Coolies. We are 31.5 kilometers away from the intermediate sprint. Wait, Leo has never won a discipline gold. No, Groot, he has never in his life. And Mendes says, nope, he's definition of choker. He is, but that might be about to change, ladies and gentlemen, because
Yeah, and
Leo
that's what.
Falandri
Yes.
has... Yes, Nick?
No, you can. I was
was
just saying that Leo was talking about it. Like he's won overall already.
Yeah, but
he's won,
overall, it's what I'm saying. He won overall road that is more important, but no disciplines.
Attack
It's only
by
more
Thomas
important
Pitcock.
when you already won a discipline to go with it.
yes,
Yeah.
that's what and it's his mindset.
Let's be
Excuse me,
honest.
his mindset. Oof.
Yeah, and
He wants to start this thing called.
it's only more important in Emir's mind. That's his opinion. Everyone wants a discipline gold at one point or another.
The rider is looking
And
good to
Leo
break the slip.
Falandri already having 1.5 hands on it right now, but there's still one stage to go.
What
And
is Shadow doing?
what is Shadow always doing, to be honest? I prefer my 100 podiums in Tour than one win in overall, says Piero. I kind of have to agree with that. Yeah, I mean, I have 0 podiums in solo Tour, but I kind of have to agree with that.
I think you. Well, especially when you've won it already. I think winning it feels very good, but once you've won it,
Yeah.
you're looking for gold medals.
Exactly.
I mean, Leo has already proven his worth as a rider, so now he needs the bragging rights of a gold medal.
Yep.
Puncture.
And I think
The
he's
rider
going to
will have
get
to
them
burn
here.
some
And
energy to get back
puncture
into the
for
pack.
Wisniewski, but it is
Of,
did you
is it
call it right?
a 6-man train from Joe?
6-man train. It is. And Joe Whiteley going in the front of the group. Like
Desperate times call for desperate
like a
measures.
madman indeed.
I mean, wait, he has his 82 in the front. I didn't notice.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, it's a team attack from Joe Whiteley. It's all or nothing for the Brit.
Wow.
This is getting very interesting right now. Everything can happen. 1 minute and 40.
Joe has the the annexes points to back up. I mean, if he gains places in the
I mean,
GC,
he will need to get the
yes,
stage. He'll need to get places in GC, but he
uh,
does have the good
yes.
intermediate points. Attack. Let's see who Joe is taking with Car. Took Hitchcock, and it's Car, right? It's not Car.
No, Car is Green Jersey.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Car. Oh, yeah, Car is indeed Green Jersey.
It can be Yates or Maclay, maybe.
Wait, who's left with Joe? Jakob. And now, again, Alder rejoining. What a mess. Emil, when you can, gap to Pinot and Thomas, please.
Yeah.
Don't even need to say it. It's 2
still
minutes.
a monster climb, the Stelvio.
Yeah, very, very early days. Nothing is far from. Everything is far from over here. Nothing is solved at all.
If the stage gets crazy with Stelvio Mortirolo, it could be fireworks.
Here's the thing, though. The advantage for the person attacking, in this case Joe right now, is that this doesn't end in a summit finish, so maybe he can afford to spend a bit more extra energy.
Yes, that's true.
But that's pretty much all he's got, because it's a hard stage. He's pretty much alone in working in the break for obvious reasons, and he's only got 1 minute and 50.
And the thing is, since there is a lot of especially in Africa, there is a lot of false flat sections. So if he doesn't have domestics there, he's dead. He can't continue with his 82 in the flat. So I find it hard to believe that he can go all the way, but he can gain an advantage domestic-wise on Leo, especially with Mortirolo, which is very, very hard climb. So we'll see, but it's definitely an interesting move. And Daniel Miko says that the Simon Carr has 66 points and Golas 65. So Joe at least secured the green jersey unless Golas takes points at the finish line, which is very unlikely.
So, green jersey for Joe Whiteley. It's only one of the many things you will need at this point. Meanwhile, we still have a lot to go in the KOM one. Nothing is decided there, but at least one jersey win would be good for the objective of Joe. But obviously, again, he would need to win the stage to improve his GC, possibly even win it at this point. So there's that. In the meantime, third place currently is Fully Cools with 52 points. Follows, as Nick said, is second, 65 points. 1 point down Carden, Martin, 52 for Hulis. Fourth place is Leo with 50 points. Pinot. Igita fifth for Alder, 36. And that's what we wrote in terms of points scoring, I believe. Uh, 2 minutes and 52, but still 128 kilometers to go and some hard climbing. We are currently at Stelvio, 24.5 kilometers, 7.3% average at 2,750 meters of altitude.
3 minutes.
How many riders do you think Joe needs to keep at the top of the Stelvio to still have a shot at this?
Well, he obviously can be alone, and I think even 2 is risky. I think it's at least 3.
All right.
But it all depends on what Leo is doing behind, because if Leo is pushing very hard to come back, which doesn't look like, but if he does,
look like it.
He could.
What is Shadow doing, and why?
It's French team play. MDR.
Oh man!
I mean, he's got 6 riders behind, so
I wouldn't have said it any better. And it's a 6-man train by Shadow.
and I think Pino is going. Yeah. So now it's. Well, we'll see.
It's just getting complicated for everyone. Joe has a 4 minute, 19-second gap, but
Tell you what, I think with how it's going, Joe will only be 3 and maybe 2 at the top.
The riders are
yeah,
going through a very
12.5
tough
to go.
portion with
Car is going to be
percentages above
the first
10%.
one to go.
Because if you're only 2, you can manage to keep him because it's pretty much
Oh,
downhill till
Leo now is going to attack. Leo is going to attack,
it's pretty much downhill till Mortirolo, so I think he can keep the 78
and he
very
kept the
far.
gap though. Oh, Hodge almost screwed him there,
Yeah,
and
but
let's see if they can close.
I don't think Leo is very looking for a gap right now. It's time trial against Joe.
This is true, but he has 17 seconds. Show
Yeah.
us the peloton to see if someone is
Yeah, Olikos, because
really
Olikos is
close.
second in GC, so
Yeah.
it could be the best situation actually.
Well, I guess both Hooligans and Shadow need to put some work into this because they are second and third, if I recall correctly. So,
Yeah, but I think Shadow has 20 seconds down on Holicals, so
if they want more, obviously
yes,
they need
obviously,
to.
yeah.
Three, but with Puncher says
Watch
Mendez
out,
and
a team
Treat
leader is
says
falling behind.
Piero is the number of guys that ideally Joe would want to
Yeah,
have at the
free is
top of the
obviously the
podium.
ideal because he could go 99 till Mortirolo and keep the 78 till well almost the end, but
The gap
uh,
is falling, and Leo
yeah,
Philandri is accelerating.
I don't think Leo will let Joe pass with 3.
Yeah, and Leo still has two up the road, if I recall
Yeah, yeah,
correctly.
yeah.
So Puncher is, I believe, done. Yes, it is 76 that is
Yeah,
left
so
for the other
look,
two.
Joe is protecting himself with 78 and keeping the 76 in his wheel, so he's trying to pass with 3,
Yep, it
which is
is.
smart, but
It's a smart move, but can't
it
it
gives
work?
an opportunity to Leo to come back.
Oh, Leo only has one at the front. Well, I saw one there. I don't know if he
Godon,
still
no,
has
it's
another one.
he has Paris Peintre
Ah, okay.
with Joe Riders.
Alder attacking. Alder is attacking with Egan Bernal.
This is a very weird move.
Very weird move, to say the least. And Leo follows with Pinot and Godon.
It always amazes me how they time the helpers to come when
Show
the
us
other
Thomas.
dies.
America's I want to see the gap. It is 1 minute and 9. So yeah, it's not looking great for Joe because he only has 2 minutes. He only
But-
needs 1-9.
and Leo is trying to pass with 3 because it's Champoussin as well. I'm pretty sure.
And finally, I was going to say finally, Alder gets the help, but that didn't.
Because now if they try to pass, yeah, Alder is not trying to. Ah yes, 2 still in the front. Oh, Alder,
Yeah, and
it's a great situation. Joe is stopping. Well, not stopping, but he's
yeah, he needs
well.
to. He needs
It was a weird move because okay,
Thibaut Pinot.
Leo only 2.
Leo now sending
Yeah,
Paripant back and Joe. 1.4 kilometers from the summit.
now Pino will be able to come back
Gap
since
is
Joe is trying to
Gap is
keep.
almost closed.
Yeah, but
Yates
Joe.
dies.
Yeah, I don't know. Joe has KOM.
Joe is gonna take the first on pick on KOM.
Oh
Leo
my
gets
god.
the 78 helper to survive,
Oh, this is terrible.
And
I don't know
Gegenhardt
what will happen because Joe, if this come back, he has an advantage because it will be 3. But right now it's only 1. So if Leo decides to pace, but that's not really well. Yeah, Leo needs to realize that Joe isn't that much of a threat for his GC
he isn't indeed, and especially
because
now that the gap is closed.
yes,
Leo doesn't need to kill himself right now
yeah.
for that.
The first thought would be if I pace, he doesn't have a teammate. But is it really worth it when you have Holicals only 20 seconds behind? I don't think
Indeed.
so.
And Adam Yates trying to get Gegenhardt back.
Yeah,
Everyone
but
else.
Leo 76 is very far. So
Yeah, as
It'll
much
only
as he
be
accelerates.
yeah. This
Joe
will be
Whiteley
interesting
recovers his helper, I think. Yes, he
because
does.
it's
Really
not easy to control with only 2 riders.
I think everyone else has 2 riders, correct? Trying to see.
No, Joe has 3.
No, apart from Joe.
Apart from Joe. Well, if it's 14, another one has 3.
Another one has 3, yeah, I'm trying to see who though.
I think it's Alder, maybe. Quintana, no, it's not. Well,
Emea,
it's
can you
weird.
show us?
Yeah, it's Alder, it's Alder. Yes,
Ah,
3.
it's all there, okay.
Yeah. Lico's not far behind. Well, Champoussin isn't that far, but
Yeah. But let's see if he still can get there.
he's
It's a
attacking.
big gap, yeah.
So Lico's with 3.
Liku's getting Madouas back, that's important for him. And
Let's
now,
not forget that Lico's is well, I'd say at striking range from Leo for GC. I mean, 22 seconds isn't that much.
yes, indeed.
If you account for the 10 bonus seconds, it can go. But now we'll see because it's downhill till Mortirolo.
And
And
situation right now, everyone back
Attacked
together,
by
and
Alder is
other
going.
attacking.
Yeah, and now it's the point where
Leo going,
Yeah, Leo
Shadow,
will have to bridge every move. And oof, this is going to be very hard.
86 kilometers to go. This means Champoussin is not
Mm.
expected to rejoin, and even if he did, it wouldn't be with much energy.
Yeah, and now Joe will go.
And now it's Joe Whiteley attacking into the downhill. And
Yeah,
they're working
Leo is
with
banking on people pacing for medals because he realistically can't come back to Joe.
Attack by Valentin
oh, but
Madouas.
there's
Ulikos is going.
an attack from Hulikos.
Ooh, this is. Well, Leo is pacing when he has Champoussin behind.
Well, he kind of has to, because Hulikos is actually a
Yes.
threat, unlike Joe, because Joe doesn't have that big of a gap. But Hulikos, like you said, it was 20 seconds maybe, or
Attack by
32.
Miguel Angel Lopez.
Well, let me tell you, Leo can. It's not looking good.
Falling behind. A team leader is falling behind.
If no one pays back to Joe,
Well, it's not looking bad either. It's still controlled for now.
well,
And
the thing is, till Mortirolo, it's very
I
hard.
would, yeah, true. But I would say that there's guys like Hulis that have
Yes,
interest in trying to reel back in Joe. So I wouldn't say it's um, lost for Leo. Joe is
okay,
the best
Champoussin.
option for
Yeah.
Leo to let go at this point because of the bigger gap, of course, within limits.
Yeah, but with this move, I think Thomas secures KOM. Maybe I don't know if we have Miko last update. Thomas did first. Yeah, I think with this move, Thomas secures KOM, so he now has the 2 jerseys. Joe could actually win a medal while being last in GC. I don't know how much Champoussin can pace because it's downhill, so I think he.
Again, with 20 viewers, we already had 21. Amazing, guys. Thank you for being here. 1 minute, 5 seconds for Joe Whiteley, 3 guys. But Paso del
Attack by Miguel Angel
Tirolo is
Lopez.
about to start in 700 meters. And it's after Tirolo that we expect, well, or even in, that we expect madness and 1v1s in this stage.
Mm.
Leo Falandri taking the front of the group.
Yeah, I think Leo is trying to
Very
keep
well
Paripant.
for Yates. Joe is down to 2.
Mm. He, he needs to keep parapent, because if he loses parapent in this climb, he'll get attack, and I don't think he can survive
Emma,
it.
can we have a time gap from Thomas
Yeah, to Pino.
Yes, thank you. Because we're gonna need it as soon as the start dropping like flies. Let's see. Right now it's still visible, but we're gonna need that time measure there. So stay with it. For now, it's 1:55. Paso del Mortigolo is still underway. Still 8.8 kilometers to go, and trying to see. Leo's going to accelerate. I wanted to see how are the others. 3 for Huli, 3 for Jakub, 3 for Alder. And where's Shadow? We just put 2 in the back, I guess. That's the only way the map would make sense. Exactly.
Mm.
Welcome to the climb that showed to the world the great Marco Pantani for the first time, says Piero. Thank you, that's a good reminder actually. We miss you, Marco Pantani. Rest in peace. 1 minute and 33 seconds. And let's keep in mind, Leo doesn't need to close all of this. He just needs to close half of it, for example. But it's not looking bad for the French. 1:15, and he accelerates into the Mortivolo.
I'd be surprised if he kills parapent. Oh wow! Okay.
Oh, Parapont is dead.
Oof.
Parapont is dead.
Ooh,
But the
this
question is,
yes,
Gegenhardt
obviously.
is also done, obviously. So
But
there's
now I think Leo has more red, more green bar than Joe. But the thing is, if no one paces with Leo, Ulicles could.
Nichols, Alter, and Jakob still have the Domesticto, and if they could keep it, that would be a huge advantage for Prika. But
They won't. They won't.
they will not. So, not I mean, only if they stopped right now in the pulse. Only that's not gonna happen. 56
Okay,
seconds.
this is perfect for Leo.
Yeah, Micah
He
goes
needs help.
into the attack, and Leo follows. Martin is there for Hoolies. 40 seconds. It's getting closer and closer for those chasing Joe. 36 seconds. They should be onto him before the climb ends. Let's see.
Yakuba could actually look to drop Leo on this climb, because Leo did a lot of effort. I think he has more green bar, so once he
And now
recovers,
it's
it's better.
Shadow.
But
Shadow is going to try and close the gap to Joe Whiteley.
Leo could pay for his effort.
Oh, this could be dramatic
Oof.
for Leo right now. It's not looking good for Joe either, as he's about to get caught. He needs to at least stay with these guys. Leo is playing it cold though. It's not dramatic for him yet. 24 seconds.
Well, if they rely in, well,
20
no one.
seconds for Joe Whiteley.
Oof.
700 meters. 4 seconds actually. Sorry, 30.
Okay, Leo's coming
31.
back a bit. Shadow seems dead. Well,
Paso del Mortivolo is
okay.
done for Joe Whiteley with 31 seconds, and second comes Martin, and now Micah. Leo is next to Shadow, and Alder is the
Yeah.
last one.
This could be worse. It's not the.
Everyone is on their own, everything is falling apart, and everyone is spreading out on the field. So 59 seconds from Leo to Joe, but this might be, as we were talking about, terrible situation for Leo if he doesn't get back to the E1 group.
Well,
Or even
I
the
think
E2,
yeah, we'll see, because I think once they all recover bars,
I
it's another
believe
story.
Joe should have sealed KOM with that.
Yeah.
Virtual standings now still have Leo leading to 25, Hooli still second 150, Alder rising to third 109, Shadow fourth 105, Joe fifth 95, and Jakob still sixth 79 points. These are the live standings. Why Leo chased that hard Joe, asks Piero. Joe should have just taken KOM 2 overall, says Sean. Welcome, Sean, as well to the stream. And now 1 minute and 12 from Leo to the SKPs in the front that are himself, Hoolies, and Jakob. No, Alder. Sorry. No, Jakob Alder is here. I think Hooli is currently would be currently the world
Yes.
champion if it ended like this, correct?
Because Joe and Jakub are the one that have a minute behind, but yeah, Uli is looking very good for him right now. I mean,
Everyone
if
trying to get
Joe
cooperation in both
Joe
groups.
and Jakub still pace with Uli, Uli wins GC. But
We need to see the gaps on the riders in the front to know Jakub is. I didn't see. I think it was 1-4 to.
okay, Joe secured KOM. So the thing is, Leo I think wins the gold medal if he does second on GC and Uli first with the stage results. But
Right.
I'm not sure.
They need cooperation at the front as well because they seems to be working here in the back. Leo
Okay.
urging them to pace. Joe saying that if they worked between themselves, they would get medals.
Leo has to be fuming because Alder is not pacing.
Oh, that's usual Alder.
Yes.
You will at some point attack everyone after sitting on your wheel for a while.
Yeah, but this can be a break for Leo.
27 kilometers to go. This can be dramatic for Leo, but this can be the triumph for Holy Cools. Holy Cools, ladies and gentlemen, is for now champion of the world, or might be, virtually.
Yeah, and on these gradients, I mean, 2-3%.
Let me look into the virtual standings. Yeah.
You save so much balls by being behind like Alder.
I don't even know if Fully Cool's ever won any title that is not ITT or TTT. I'm not sure. I mean, he's been around for a while, so possible, but I don't know. Going to ask our encyclopedia Emil if he knows. I'm not sure if he's ever won something that doesn't involve tryharding, but this could be a big, big medal for him. And what a story that would be. I'm not sure, Fran. I think Joe actually might have sealed it, but I'm not sure. 1 minute and 3. This is looking good for Hoolicles, would you agree, Snake?
Well, yeah. If Alder doesn't pace, it's won from Hoolicles. The question is, will Joe and Jakub gain enough time to pass the others in GC? Because
Yeah,
Joe, with all the points he gets, is very dangerous.
I don't think Joe can pass Hoolies if Hoolies is in that group,
No,
unless
obviously not Hoolies, but for a medal, Joe with
for a
all
medal,
his
yeah.
KOM and ACE points, it's very
Well,
very dangerous.
Jakob is the last place, so
Riders will take full
unless
but
he won
it's-
GC, I don't think it would be easy for him to pass Leo. So I think a medal should be almost guaranteed for Leo. But we all know he wants the gold one.
Yeah, the medal is guaranteed, I think, yes. Because at worst, he does 4th in GC.
Yeah.
And it'll be above Jakub. So, at worst, it's Uli.
Nicola
I mean,
Santa Cristina begin. Sorry to interrupt you. It's a
Yes.
steep one, and Joe is the one leading the group. Let's see if they continue to cooperate. Or Joe's going to try and get the gap. Joe is going to try to gain the gap. He's accelerating.
Joe can win gold. If he does second on GC, he wins gold.
But can he make second on GC because he's accelerating? But the gap is
He's
there.
giving it all.
Giving
But
everything
to
he
finish-
has. 1 minute 44 seconds for Leo for Live to Dream might be over. Dream might be over. What is the gap from Joe to Julio? 21, 48 seconds. Now that's a
Yeah,
lot.
50 seconds.
50. Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot. But I think that even with second on GC, he is above Olikos.
You think?
Well, with KOM and
Oh yeah,
automatic
he has
sprints,
the KOM.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, yes, both.
I think he would. Oh, and if he can get the stage win, that would be
Yeah.
the guarantee. This can
Joe
be.
is winning gold medal right now.
Wow, this
144.
can be what a turn of events. For now, it's
Jakub is
Geraint
going.
Thomas. Oh, Jakub going, and Hulikos.
I mean, Joe did a lot in this stage, so maybe
Well, he
he'll
just
pay.
needs to survive 2.6 more kilometers. But Hulikos doesn't have that in mind. He now goes next to Jakub to the front, trying to drop the Brit. Jakub is going to take his turn again. Can Joe Whiteley keep with them? It's going to be hard for him to keep up with them because he's been on the attack for so long. If Joe gets second in GC, he needs Huli to get fourth on stage, and then it's tight on points, says Ben Young. Hi Ben, welcome. Joe gets dropped, so I don't think he's going to get anything of that. Because even to Leo, he's losing a lot of the gap he had. And he's even losing second, virtually the
Yes.
possible second place for Jakub. And then Hulikos passing in front of everyone. Hulikos
Uli is
is the
going
world
to win the
champion.
GC.
Hulikos is the world champion, ladies and gentlemen. And Joe's going to be caught by Leo. This might be the
Leo can still do second in
yeah.
GC.
This might be what Leo needed actually to save
But
his.
it's going to be tough because Leo doesn't have the points that Joe has in KM and
Yeah, no,
Infinity
but
Sprints.
Joe
But
isn't
yeah,
going to pass him.
I mean, at this point, I think that Leo is
Kilomata
silver.
is sprinting for the stage. Kilomata wins.
Hulikos.
Might have sealed the world championship. That we're
I
waiting for
think that
confirmation.
Hulikos is the tour world champion.
Jakob is going to be second, and Joe Whiteley is going to be third.
Great ride from Joe.
Great ride, but it wasn't enough at the end. And
I think that I don't know if Maika passes Leo or not.
it's going to be close. It's going
Because
to be
if
close.
Maika passes Leo,
It's going to be close.
yes. Because the thing is, if Maika does second on GC, I think it's enough for a medal. And then the gap is not enough between Joe and this is going to be very, very tough. Because I think that if Jakub is second on GC, I think Joe in bronze and Leo doesn't even have a medal.
I think it's going to be extremely hard for Joe to even get a medal, but what a mighty effort from Joe Whiteley. He tried everything. It was an all or nothing race for Joe, but what a story. Holy Goals is the Tour world champion, I think. They're waiting for confirmation. What a story. Who predicted this one? Who would have predicted? I don't think anyone would have predicted Holy Goals to win Tour.
Yeah. No.
Wow.
I mean, he didn't get there randomly. I mean,
No, obviously,
but yeah, it's a big surprise.
But it's a surprise. I mean, at the beginning of the World Championships, when you were doing your predictions, in case you've done them, I've done mine. Never crossed my mind to put Hulikos as a tour winner, and that's no disrespect to him, obviously.
No, yeah, that's.
What an amazing story
I mean,
for the
so
French
far
player.
we have had two pretty surprise world champion with Aquarius in classics and now Hulikos in tour.
Such a great story for Aquarius as well, especially as he came from a 1 year hiatus to take a
Yes.
gold medal at the World Championships. I was actually very happy for him. That was a great ride for Aquarius. And this was a great ride for Hulis because I think he might have it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Uli has the gold medal.
Leo?
No, Uli has
Yeah,
the
I
gold medal.
think so, but we are waiting for official confirmation on one of the longest waits because it's
Yes.
stressful for everyone involved, in this case in the
No,
lobby, and even for us here trying to
no,
know.
it's all about if Maika is second on GC or not.
Indeed, indeed. Yeah, we're saying Hooli is a friend, Leo is not, but here clearly the second
Maika is second on GC. I think
Hooli
Joe gets the medals. Yes.
Coles is the world champion. Leo gets silver and Joe bronze. Not sure.
No, this will be
Oh,
close. I think that
Hooli
Joe.
Coles actually gets points, so not Joe.
I
Joe gets
think
KOM.
I think Joe is above Leo in
Wow, really?
And
Wait,
yes,
show us
be-
GC again?
because the thing is,
Oh yeah,
Joe
maybe. Yeah,
Joe
yeah,
is only
yeah, yeah.
one. So, and I think Leo is above Jakub. So I think it would be Uli gold,
Okay,
Joe silver, and Leo bronze.
wow, this is another heartbreak for Leo Falandri.
Jakub fourth,
Leo has
Alder.
two stages. Wait,
Yeah, that's why I think he's still above Jakub, but I don't think he's above
uh,
Joe.
silver on bronze gap might be 1 point, so we are double checking at this point, guys.
Uh, Jakub is well placed in intermediate sprints too. I mean, it's actually possible that Leo is without a medal tonight.
This is one of the most tense waitings
Yes,
that I've ever had as a commentator. Jesus, this is close.
we have to congratulate Olikos for the
Holy
gold medal
Ghost,
first, because that's the only thing we're certain of
Holy
right
Ghost,
now.
my friends, congratulations. That was a great ride. I hope you are enjoying that win. Your gold medal, the gold medal is yours. You, sir, are the champion of the world. Congrats.
Joe is saying Leo silver anyway, but
But I don't.
I'm
I can.
very, very not sure about that.
I can guarantee you that regardless, Leo Falandri will not be happy with that.
Oh, yeah. I
What a
mean,
heartbreak story for Leo. He had it at one point and he
the
lost.
last stage is very tricky.
And EMEA had been warning us this would be a very, very hard stage and that we
Yeah,
would
I
see
mean, it was an amazing final.
Pierre was as well, because they know this stage. So they were
And I
right.
mean,
And
look at that. Joe might get a medal for 3 and 5 seconds.
oh,
I mean,
and
it was 5 seconds.
remember the second stage ghost cap for Leo? That could have decided the goal for him. So
Actually, yeah. I don't know. I don't think he
no,
gets
I think it
second.
was like 15
Yeah,
seconds
yeah,
maybe.
yeah. I don't think.
So yeah, it
He,
couldn't
he,
have,
he
but
he won't
almost.
lose sleep over it.
No, he won't. But
He'll lose sleep over other things.
well, not winning the goal, I guess. Never has a weight been so tense. Again, we are double checking at this point because there was 1 point difference between silver and bronze medalists. Tense is this weight. Wait, why am I waiting? Don't let just go. Okay. On stream now, there we go.
And the
Ladies
results
and
are.
gentlemen, the results
Oh,
mean Holy Cools is champion of the world, 252 points. Leo Falandri, second place, the heartbreak for him, but 1 point over Jakub. He has 145 points. Jakub, 144, almost getting a silver, but still gets bronze. Heartbreak for Joe Wisely, 130, but what a final stage. That was an awesome ride from you, Joe. Respect, 130 points for Joe.
yeah.
Shadow, points in fifth. Alder, sixth, and in the mud with 72 points. Snake, comment on what we've seen, please.
Well, this was an amazing final. I mean, every stage has had his moments. I don't think we have a single stage where we were bored. So props to the 6 competitors. Uh, yeah, I mean, it's a break for Leo Ferrandri because he was the most active rider, and he was obviously caught behind because of the yellow jersey on the last stage. But it's also the whole thing about tour. It's dangerous to take the yellow jersey early, and he paid for it. But I'm actually surprised that Joe didn't get. Joe didn't win a sprint.
He did
Uli
not.
did.
I told you, Holy's win
Oh,
by one or
okay.
two
I
points.
didn't see this. Okay, so
Yeah,
that's why.
yeah.
So yeah, so okay, so
This could have been the bronze medal for Joe, right?
well, if he wins,
15 points? Yes, it was. Oh, damn.
it was bronze or even no, it's GC tiebreaker. So yeah, it was bronze. We will have second, 3, and fourth between 1 point.
Wow. What a twist of events. The heartbreak for Leo Falandri. Joe Whiteley's 2-year reign as Tour champion of the world is over. Another heartbreak story. Jakub gets bronze. I think that's at the end of the day, that's a great outcome for him. I have no idea what Shadow was doing a lot of the time. No offense to him. A lot of World DB playing in there, so ended up
Well,
not.
Sh-
ended up,
I mean, Shadow made the race interesting at the start,
that's true. That's
so
true. We have to give him credit for
props to
that.
him. And
Uh,
Alder also with a huge
him,
attack on
him being
Wizards there.
offensive was one of the best things that happened to the Race for Entertainment. So
Yes.
much respect to him for that. We're going to move to the interviews channel, hoping to hear from Hooley. Alder was sixth place, 72 points, also a brave fighter here, but I think the
Uh,
biggest heartbreak story here is sadly for Leo. So we now move to the interviews channel. We are back, and we're already at the interview channel to see, hopefully, if we can speak with those involved in the race, especially Hooley's. But our first interview
we
today
have
is the fourth place, Joe Whiteley. All or nothing in that final stage. He didn't get even the bronze, but that was quite the ride. Congratulations on that effort. Tell us about your experience in this final. Nope.
Yeah, it was an interesting final to say the least. I'm a little bit disappointed, but I think if I look back after the three stages, I definitely pulled it back on the fourth stage somewhat. But yeah, difficult situation to be in, isn't it? In that last stage when you're pretty much rock bottom last. So, but to be honest, got to do what you got to do, aren't you? I feel like I worked quite a lot in that last stage to try and obviously take the gold medal, but inevitably I knew the outcome was not going to be a
Here's a
gold.
big question. There was a lot of our viewers were talking about this. In their opinion, there was too much marking from you and Leo to each other in the first stages. Do you agree with this?
I think it's normal for that to happen if they understand the context of the scenario we are in. Then they'd
Do
probably
you
understand why they were doing it. I mean, I didn't really mark Leo that much. I mean, he was complaining about me in stage one, but I think the person who attacked the most in stage one was actually me. So I don't think I was necessarily marking people.
uh,
He was the best player in the lobby, isn't he? So sometimes you can't let good players go, no matter what the scenario is.
uh, I don't know how this affects your fight for overall, if it removes you over, if it's still possible. I mean, I know you still have inline, so it's probably not over yet, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think Leo has got ITT and TTT, and then
Yes.
obviously inline as well. Miru has got inline, and I have inline and ITT. So obviously tomorrow is going to impact things quite a lot, but I think realistically,
So it is on your best interest to have, for example, the
Sunday.
big dog winning TTT to still punch.
and, everything
I
will
mean,
be decided in inline.
well, I think not everything will decide because I feel like Leo will have a decent margin. Obviously, it's quite
Hard
hard
to
to
get.
gauge what's going to happen. I guess.
Uh, what's the sensation, the feeling you take away from this tour? Because yes, things did not go well for you a lot of the time, but at the last stage, at least, that was one hell of a ride.
Yeah, I
Is it,
mean,
is it bittersweet?
I think looking back, I mean, to be fair, I don't think I'm going to even get a medal in inline. But looking back, I think people will probably see it as three finals, no medals. But when you're in an overall fight and a road overall fight, things are different. They don't work the same. I think tonight, as we saw quite clearly, quite a few players did get a little bit of freedom in that sense. So it's a completely different ball game. When, yeah,
Joe, as a
I
friend
mean,
and a teammate, obviously, I mean, I was rooting for you as always, so it was heartbreaking for me as well. So I wish you the best of luck for inline and individual time trial, and that everything goes well for you. Thank you so
uh,
much for being here,
thank
Joe.
you. Thank you.
Congrats.
Congratulations on a great, great final. We're going to hear the champion of the world. And Snake, I don't know if he speaks English or not. If he doesn't,
Yeah,
please.
I can translate if needed.
All right, awesome. Uli Cools, congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
You're the champion of the world. How did this happen?
Bah,
You can answer in French if you
Ouais,
want
tu
to.
peux parler français, je traduirai.
ouais, ok. Bah, je suis content. Je suis content. Je m'étais donné ça comme objectif avant les Worlds, de gagner autre chose que des ITT et des TTT. Et c'est passé. Bon, j'ai eu un peu de chance, mais
Tu l'avais vu venir ou pas, en fonction de la dernière étape? Ou tu t'en es rendu compte très tard?
je savais que. En fait, je savais que j'étais bien placé
Hmm.
dès le début, parce que j'avais pas le jaune. Je savais que Léo, il allait travailler. Je savais qu'il y aurait peut-être un focus entre Léo et Joe pour le. Donc j'ai
Ouais.
profité un peu de ça au début. Et après, Shadow, il a eu le jaune trop tôt aussi, il a travaillé. Donc j'ai pas eu besoin de faire trop d'efforts. Et voilà.
Can you tell us what he
Yeah.
said so
So,
far?
well, Uli first said that he was actually aiming for a gold medal besides ITT and TTTs.
Oh, it is the first one.
Yeah, so it was an objective of him. And about the race itself, I asked him if he saw it coming with the scenario, and he told me that he knew that he was in a good position, only 20 seconds down and without the yellow jersey. So he how can I say? He gained a bit from the Leo Joe. They watched them a bit, but then he knew that without having the yellow jersey and only 20 seconds down, he could win a tour.
Okay, this is a tough question now. So, at some point, some people, some viewers were uh, describing him as very defensive. One of them even calling him a rat. How does Fully Cool feel of his performance tonight? What's his opinion?
Euh, bon, je pense qu'il s'en fout un peu, mais Ouli, il y en a qui disent que t'as joué comme un rat et que t'étais très défensif, mais bon.
Bah, ils ont pas tort.
Oui, voilà quoi.
Tu regardes la demi. J'ai fait la demi avec Léo, j'ai fait l'écart avec Léo. J'ai toujours assumé la course. J'ai pas gagné le GC à chaque fois.
Mm.
J'ai toujours fait 2 ou 3, je me souviens plus, mais je crois que j'ai fait 2 à chaque fois. Et regarde, au final, impossible de gagner. Si tu travailles trop.
En demi, en quart, t'avais le maillot, c'est ça?
Je sais plus s'il y avait le maillot, mais en tout cas, j'ai assumé la course.
Ok.
J'ai assumé la course, et ça m'a porté un peu préjudice. J'ai
Mm.
failli sauter en quart, je crois. Ouais, je crois que c'est en quart, j'ai failli sauter. Du coup, une finale, je savais qu'il y avait Léo et Joe qui se battaient qui se battraient peut-être pour le GC. Du coup, moi, j'ai juste focus.
Ouais.
J'en ai rien à foutre d'avoir raté, d'avoir fait le rat, franchement.
T'as bien raison. About the
All right,
playstyle, he says that of course he played very defensive tonight, but actually in quarterfinals and semifinals, he was actually the one to do the work, and it almost made him be eliminated. So he knew that it was his time to shine as a defensive one, and the situation was perfect for him, and he benefited of this.
All right, before we hear the others, I just want to say, Huli, my friend, many congratulations. I've seen you win so many ITT and TTT medals, but this one was a special moment for us watching and for you as well. So, congratulations, man. It was awesome.
Thank you.
GG.
All right, we move to hear the bronze medalist. Jakob, are you here?
Yeah, hello, I'm here.
Hello, welcome. What was the goal coming into the race? Gold or just a medal?
I think the goal was just a medal. Though I had my strategy to try to attack gold. I think no one on the stream actually realized that. But on stage 1 and 2, I was dropping my 76 mountain very early and saving a lot of bars with him, and that didn't give me the advantage necessary for the gold medal. But it definitely gave me. It definitely helped me when I was spending more bars than others to just have this protection for longer on stage 3 and 4, and eventually it worked out for me pretty well. I lost silver by 1 point, but bronze is still a
Yeah,
huge success for me.
I was going to ask that. Does it end up feeling a little bittersweet because yes, you got a medal, which is awesome for you. But 1 point from silver, does it feel a little bitter and sweet at the same time?
Yeah, I focused Joe too much in the last sprint at Huicos. I didn't even think he can still win the intermediate sprint jersey, but apparently he did. I beat Joe, but it
Yeah.
just gave me third. So it does feel kind of bitter, but I think Leo Flandry probably deserves silver at least from this lobby, probably even gold, at least for the first 3 stages for sure. Although Huicos played really well, played really well too. So I think it's no shame to lose to a much better player than me, even by 1 point.
Well, I hope you are indeed happy because this bronze medal on tour isn't even something easy to get. As we saw today, two times the defending world champion Joe Whiteley, for example, ended up fourth. So I really hope you treasure this moment as well. Will we see you tomorrow? Do you still have ITT and TTT?
No, I got eliminated.
So this was your final race of the world championships.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great way to go out with a bronze medal on tour. So many congratulations. Best of luck for your future races. Jakob, thank you so much for being here.
Congratulations.
All right, we move and Stake. If you want to ask some question at some point, let me know as well.
Yeah, of course.
And shoot, Leo Falandri, welcome.
Hello.
It's been what I think 2 years since we spoke here.
I think three.
3 even maybe. It
Actually.
was when you. Yeah. I think so. Leo, let me be honest with you, man. Like I said, Joe is my friend and my teammate. I was rooting for him most of the time. But it came to a point where we were really hoping you could do it, man. You worked so hard for it. I think you would have been a deserving winner. It was heartbreaking. How does it feel for you? Tell us what's on your mind right now.
Well, I think I played good, so I mean, last stage was impossible to control, I think. So I mean, tour wasn't winnable, and I didn't win. Happens. Like I have no regrets.
It's still. Sorry to interrupt. It's still on for you. ITT, TTT, inline. Do you still believe in that gold medal?
ICT, TTT, I don't, but inline, yes. I think I showed tonight that I'm a very good player, and like I should be able to fight for gold Sunday.
Did you feel the heartbreak in that final stage because it was so close and it ended up not working yet? Again, what was going through your mind? I know it's probably hard to put in words, but if you could try.
I played to win. Like I could have let Joe go and cry others didn't work, but I decided to work more safe. Maybe I paced a bit too much in the Mortirolo, but I didn't want other people to stay with their 78 mountain. So that may be the only mistake I did. And then they paced a lot. I mean, too much for Oli, but I understand they try to get their medal. So people say I saw people say Oli did rat, but that's wrong. I think he just played smart. That's all, and he
Uh,
deserves.
you said no regrets, so you would do it all over again if you had the chance. I guess maybe not pace too much in the Motorola. I guess
What did you say?
maybe the only thing you wouldn't repeat would be to pace so hard as you did in the Motorola. Maybe.
Yes, I didn't want the 17 mountain to pass, so I paced hard, but too hard, and I didn't expect to get rapid here, to be honest. But yeah, once.
All right, Snake, do you have any questions for Leo?
Je vais le faire en français, ça dérange pas. Bah, je pense que t'étais. Enfin, t'as montré les meilleures choses ce soir. Le truc, est-ce que tu penses que si jamais tu prends pas le maillot, c'est notre histoire? Ou les gaps sur les Ardiden, t'étais obligé de les faire?
on peut pas refaire la course, mais sans le maillot, j'aurais pas dû rouler tout seul, mais je pense que les gens m'auraient quand même regardé, donc
Ouais, c'est ce que je me dis aussi.
je suis pas sûr que ça aurait changé grand chose.
Mm. Et puis au final, les gaps qui ont pas été comptés sur les tables de gap,
C'est vrai.
aurait pas changé grand chose non plus, à mon avis.
Non plus.
Enfin, t'aurais pas. Enfin bref, au final, tu t'en sors avec l'argent parce que t'as failli sauter de la médaille carrément.
Ouais. Mais bon, l'argent, je m'en fous un peu.
Ouais. C'est quoi ta 7ème médaille d'argent de la World Cup?
Trop.
Ouais, GG.
All right, tell us, what did you guys talk about?
I was asking him if he aimed to not have the yellow jersey before last stage, as he said that he knew that it was impossible to control. But well, it's hard to not take a win in Lizard Eden when he played it very well and gained almost 30 seconds on everyone. But yeah, he don't really care about silver or bronze. He wanted the gold. But yeah, I think in inline he'll go again for gold.
Well, he still has the opportunities to take gold in Saturday and Sunday. Sorry, and Friday and Sunday as well. So best of luck to you, Leo, and thank you so much for being here. And please try and visit us more often than every 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you so much for being here, Leo. So this was for everyone, and as you can see on your screen, 252 points for Huli, 145 for Leo, so that's gold for Huli, silver for Leo, and Yanko 1 point behind, 144 takes the bronze. Bill Whiteley was fourth with 130 points, Shadow was fifth, 74 points, and Alder 72 points in fifth place. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before we do update on classifications, let us all rise to honor our champion of the world, Huli Cools, with the French national anthem. All right, that was the French national anthem, and many congratulations once again to Cooley Cools. You are the champion of the world. Silver medal went to Leo Falandri, as we saw, and third place and bronze medal to Jakov. Congratulations to all of them. And now an update of the road general classification. Leo Falandri is leading, 963 points. Second place is Joe Whiteley, 919. Holy Cools third, 715. Fourth, Miru, 625. Fifth, Everest, 582. Sixth, Alder. Then seventh, Jakub. Eighth, Aquarius. Ninth, Hush. 10th, Goga. 11th, ASG. 12th, Basto. Then Fravo, Shadow, and Flex, and closing the top 15 with 333 points. Do we have an update on overall as well, Emil? All right. As you look into these numbers, it is worth noting before we show as well the track plus road overall. There are still 3 finals left. 2 of them are tomorrow: individual time trial and team time trial. Solo, both, of course. Only solo finals left, and as well solo inline on Sunday, the closing day of these World Championships, the main event, and the one that will give a lot of points and might be the decider for all of this. We are waiting for track and road overall before we will again after that remind you of what's left of our calendar and if we'll be able to watch this or not. Here it is. track plus road overall classification of the championship of the World Championship. Leo Falandri is leading 13-17, 1,317 points, 1,120 for Joe in second. Miru third with 1095, 1026 for Ghosty in fourth. Fifth is Vito 932, and Shadow in sixth. Aller seventh, Goga eighth, and Freiru Holy Pulse closing the top 10. Then we have Kingmaker 11th, Groot 12th, Hush 13th, Eber 14th, and Jakub 15th with 565 points. These are our current best 15 players of the world in PCM, so congrats to them. It's not closed yet. Still have 3 more finals. And speaking of them, we will be here. Oh, wait. Oh, it is fixed. Okay, there we have the correct version. So it is 1,217 points and not 1,317. So 100 less points for Leo, and did a small typo there. So it's 1217 for Leo. Everything else is as it was. So it's still very close between the top 3: Leo, Joe, Miru. Everything can still happen, and with 3 finals to go, and one of them being inline, it is still not settled. For these finals, tomorrow we will be here for ITT and TTT. Hopefully we can get Joe to comment the TTT final, as I will be participating on it. It will be the swan song for my World Championships this year, coming far later than usual, so I'm very happy for that, regardless of the outcome, which I expect to be last anyway, but it's already awesome to be there, so I'm happy for that. I will be here to comment ITT, and we will also be here Sunday after our final rest day. Saturday, we'll be here back Sunday for the closing of the World Championships with the main event in line. Snake, thank you so much for being here, man. That was a great help. Amazing commentary from you. Thank you, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was a great night. We saw a good racing, so it was very easy to commentate with a lot of moves. And congratulations to Lickles for his gold medal.
Congratulations indeed, and cheers indeed. Thank you so much for being here. Like you said, it was a great final, and I hope to see you back here more times in the future. Maybe not only in the next one, but maybe still in this World Championship. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, thank you. And we are now going to close the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Before we do, once again, final reminder: tomorrow, TTT and ITT. I think that's the order. We'll be here for that. Saturday, final rest day of the competition. Sunday, inline final. Join us. It's almost over. We're in the final stretch, but we still have 3 gold medals to give, and the same number for silver and bronze. And you don't want to miss that. I am the biggest of all dog. Thank you to Emma as well for being, as always, doing great work on the stream. Thank you to everyone that came from the interviews, the competitors for this amazing race, and every single one of you watching. We do this for you. Have a good night. See you all tomorrow.